East Texas Sports Network is dedicated on delivering the most entertaining sports broadcasts in East Texas. And if you're interested in having your next sporting event streamed live, visit us online at netsn.live.
All right, good evening. Welcome to Wildcat Football on NETSN. We got a little Wildcat school song going on right now. I'm Josh Jarrett, here tonight with the one, the only Chris Brody. Chris, how are you doing tonight?
Man, it's good to have you back, Josh. It was fun in the booth with Keith last week.
Yeah.
A little homecoming for him, homecoming for Whitehouse, but
I don't even remember a game last. Where was I?
You were on the other side of the world, so to say, in Hawaii.
Right. I was in Hawaii.
Or Hawaii.
Yeah, you know, it's Hawaii was good, Chris, but I'd rather be here.
I noticed you came back a little darker.
Okay, yeah.
And your wallet a bit lighter.
Yes.
And
well, my
good.
wallet, my bank account, all of those things. I mean, listen, when you go to Hawaii, you just have to kind of decide, okay, I'm not worried about money. Like, I'm going to spend it. There was a mistake made on one of our bills. We got some scuba stuff or some snorkeling equipment, and we only got it for one day, and they charged us $72 for it, and I just paid it. And my wife was like, well, wait a second, 72, this is only for one day. He's like, oh, it's only supposed to be 14. But anyways, I didn't even put up a fight anymore. I mean, it was the end of our trip. I was like, just take the money, you know?
The value of money goes out the window when
it does.
When it's flowing like that on a trip, on a vacation.
I'll have a hot dog. That'll be $16.50. Oh, wow. Okay, you're proud of your hot dogs. Well, anyways, we are here tonight. We're excited about it. Whitehouse Wildcats taking on the Texas High Tigers, Los Tigres. Second week in a row we're playing the Tigers. And this week I think the Wildcats are wanting to put up some points on the scoreboard, Chris.
Yeah, it's kind of been a rough year for Whitehouse. Last week especially, a very rough, tough day for the Whitehouse offense. We saw JoJo move to the wide receiver position, which did give them a little bit of a spark in the passing game. But, boy, he was very missed in the run game. Offensively, we turned the ball over 3 times. And a bunch of penalties on offense that made it difficult to be able to get beyond 10 yards in any given set of downs. And really, there was only one explosive play on the night, JoJo with a 36-yard catch. And in the end, we knew it was going to be difficult to run the ball because we knew that Mount Pleasant was going to come out and stack the box and force us to throw, which we did. Whitehouse completed a number of passes, pretty good completion percentage. I think it was about 16 of 22 on completing passes, just not for a lot of yards, only a little over 100 yards. And nothing real explosive. The defense of Mount Pleasant was able to keep things in check, which is incredibly disappointing, Josh.
Yeah.
Because on defense, they turned in their best game since Woodrow, holding Mount Pleasant to only 21 points. They turned them over 3 times.
Oh, wow.
Got a sack, 9 tackles for loss, and some individual standout performances by Mr. Pickens and Malachi Allen and Carmelo Perkins all showed up last week. And defensively, up front, a little bit of a boost, too, with rotating some of the offensive linemen across the defensive line to give them some size and make it more difficult for the offense to move the ball on the ground. I assume we'll probably see a bit of that again this week. It was successful for them. And hopefully that can be an encouragement for the defense against what is it's a good Texas High team tonight. You know, Max Preps, they're ranked in the top 10.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Texas High. Listen, Chris, I remember being out here, and I don't know if anyone listening right now remembers, but we were out here back in 2019. Coach Gold was coaching, and we were either 9-0 or 8-1. We might have been 8-1. But we came out, we were undefeated in district, and this was the district championship out here. And we came out here, we were excited, and we came up a little bit short of victory that night. I think your son was a sophomore and was down there on the sidelines. But that was disappointing. But we had a good little playoff run there and ended up losing at NRG that year, for those of y'all who remember that. But I do know we were out here watching pregame, and we saw – Chris, I saw a couple players, we're not going to name any names right now, that were kind of moved around that we might see make guest appearances on offense. and that might make a guest appearance on defense tonight. So I think the coaches are kind of playing with their roster a little bit and are just trying to give Wildcats the very best chance to win, and we might see some new faces in some different places.
Yes. Yeah, some of those guys on offense played a little bit on defense. Amaje played some linebacker last week, had a good game, made some important tackles, had a sack, and I believe Mr. Pickens showed up on the offensive side of the ball, running the ball once or twice. And it's possible we can see a little bit more of that.
Yeah. Chris, I'm going to be honest. I was in the swimming pool watching this game on the side when Pickens ran the ball. I heard you say it, and then I lost track. There was a wave crashing or a mountain or a sunset or something. But
plenty of things to take your attention away. Understandable.
Yeah,
understandable.
Absolutely. So, well, guys, we're excited about that. There's a lot of people on the field right now, and Wildcats about to come jumping out. They've got what's called game day here, and they have students running the whole production here. From the PA announcer, they have students. They've got obviously the band, and then everyone running the cameras. And look at this, we got the Wildcats coming out, Chris.
Tiger Stadium at Grimm Park closes 20 minutes after.
I tell you what, you mentioned being here for one of those big games, and I don't know, we stepped foot here, and it was a little triggering. This is a beautiful place, well built. It's set up really well for everybody to be able to move around.
Yeah.
But man, the memories that come with coming up here and having your heart broken, you can feel it a little bit. You can't escape it from the past.
A little bit of PTSD. I experienced that as well. You know what made that better, though, Chris? That was the banana pudding they have up there in the press box for us. So I'm telling y'all what,
that is
banana
true.
pudding.
Well taken care of here.
It was warm banana pudding, sir. And it's a huge tub, and so there's more. I probably shouldn't eat more, but you just never know what's going to happen on a night like this. So Wildcats come out. They are ready to go wearing their white jerseys on white pants tonight. Texas High, of course, they're awaiting their arrival onto the field. But we're getting close, 7:23. Yeah, a lot of good things happen. It's a beautiful night out here. You got the student section over there. They're wearing pink tonight,
and they're booing the Wildcats.
I don't know if you could see them or not, but yeah, they're booing the players as they go by. I remember the student section being over there. And, well, there's Rob. That's not the student section that y'all are seeing right now. He's showing the Wildcats, baby. But, and Rob's on.
He's paying the Wildcat fans for us.
Yeah,
over there.
That's right. He didn't want to.
You can see some of your friends and family members there on the screen, hopefully.
Right there. Maybe so. Kind of looking for them. Say hi to them. They don't know they're on the camera, but they're there right now. But yeah, the students, they're always up and at 'em and ready to go. And I remember they created quite a disruption a few years ago also when we were here. There were several players that were distracted. The sidelines over there are very, very, very narrow. If you can look, I mean, it's not more than 6 or 7 yards deep. And there's not much room. So if you're standing down there, the kids are standing right behind you, a little home field advantage.
Yeah, and thankfully they're down like in between the 22 and about the 27, 28-yard line, and not all of that space is available for players on the sideline to stand.
Yeah.
So they're not standing in the middle of the players section. That's a good thing.
Yep, no doubt. So Wildcat band there, they're getting ready to go. A big thank you today to Lindale. Lindale ISD helped us out, helped Whitehouse out by taking some of their buses, or allowing us to use some of their buses because they weren't using them for games tonight. And they transported several of our kids, several of Whitehouse's kids up here to Texarkana. It's a long drive, and Whitehouse just doesn't have a whole lot of extra buses. So, but all right, well, I'll tell you what, the game is getting real close. We're going to go to hear from some of our sponsors real quick, and then we will be back in just a few minutes.
Today's real estate market is loud. Rates are up, homes sit longer, and your cousin's advice is straight from TikTok. You don't need someone to sell you something. You need someone to walk you through it.
I'm Jamie Whitley, your local expert in the calm in your real estate storm. If life's telling you it's time to make a move, I'll help you do it without making you lose your mind or your money. Let's find your next move together.
All right, welcome back. Again, Wildcat football on NETSN tonight. We are very excited about being here, and a big thank you right now to Rockmore Hardware and Jamie Whitley, both of them gold sponsors for Wildcat football on NETSN. We appreciate them. Jamie Whitley sponsors the halftime show, so stick around. And I tell you what, Chris, the band, they've been getting after it. They had an extra long practice Monday night. They went out to the stadium, and they're ready to rock and roll. They've got almost their entire routine down, and so I'm very excited about watching that at halftime tonight. And of course, Rockmore, not a whole lot of shout-outs last week on Rockmore Hardware touchdowns.
No,
but
unfortunately not.
Yeah, this week we look forward to hopefully having a couple more that we can kind of shout out at. So
yeah, I want to celebrate those sponsors that have been very generous for us.
Absolutely. Very generous towards Whitehouse Athletics. So looks like we're going to have the captains coming out. Like I said, a lot going on out here. Here come the officials jogging out onto the field. We've got some captains coming out. Captains tonight for Texas High is number 33, Logan Lane, number 38, Caden Long, and number 34, I think it's Lathan Crabtree. For Whitehouse, our captains are number 55, Caleb Toombs, number 13, Austin Holmes, number 18, Malachi Allen, who plays safety. And Chris, I didn't catch the last number. Did you see who else was out there? They turned on
might
me.
Might be Carter.
Okay, is that
33 Willingham?
Okay, Carter Willingham maybe.
Might be. If I'm wrong,
let's see.
Won't be the first time, but
coin toss. Looks like Whitehouse won. Looks like they deferred. Maybe, I don't know. We got to wait till they start giving hand signals and all kinds of stuff. They did win the toss. They're going to receive.
Oh.
Okay, they said give us the ball, and that is Carter Willingham out there. That's right. So good for Whitehouse, ready to rock and roll, and they say we're ready to get this show started very early and often. So Texas High wearing the orange and black. Orange jerseys with little black and white stripes up top. Down below you got some black pants. But the Texas High, they're celebrating their distinguished alumni today. And so we've got distinguished alumni all over the place. A lot of celebrations going on.
Some of them getting a cart ride on the field there.
We got a cart ride going on. Rob, you going to catch this, Rob? Well, there they go. Whoa, don't hit the players. Okay, we're good.
A little strategy, perhaps.
Yeah, a little windy up here tonight. We have our field mic, so you're able to hear what's going on out there. But the wind's blowing, so forgive us if we hear it blowing too heavy. We'll crank it down. But, Chris, it's been 2 weeks for me. It's time for a little football, man. I'm excited.
Yeah, the cool weather has blown in here in the last 15 minutes or so. It's got a little chill in the air.
Ooh.
Reminder that it is actually fall despite the 90-plus degrees today.
It is. I should have brought a little shawl to wear tonight, just to stay warm. So, all right, Texas High, and a little bit of a stacked.
Looks like we're expecting the ball to be kicked over on the left side.
There it goes
that's
up,
what they do.
Left side deep. JoJo Adams with the ball, takes it across 25, across the 30, gets pushed out of bounds around the 32-yard line. Wildcats will start first down and 10.
I think for fun, we'll start keeping track of number of times it would be better to have kicked the ball out of bounds.
Oh, okay.
Where they just spotted at the 30, which none of us really fully understand.
Well, that might be Texas High's last kickoff tonight, Chris.
Well, you know what?
You never know.
Hopefully so.
Might not be another one. All right, so here we go. Austin Holmes in. Running back is Jacaden Robbins, sophomore, starting running back in there. Jackson Gary going across on the motion. The snap is back. The give is to Robbins. Robbins breaks a tackle, kind of. Falls forward for about 2-yard gain.
There we go. Positive start. Offensive lineman engaging up front. Now, last week, Mount Pleasant stacked the box, effectively took the run game away. We're going to expect Texas here to be more balanced and try to win the one-on-one matchups against the offensive linemen and at the skill positions.
Okay. Well, let's see what happens. 2nd down and 8. Motion again by Gary. To give again to Robbins. Gets hit immediately in the backfield. Loses 2 yards on the play. Number 31 that time. Kind of came through for Texas High, for the Tigers.
Looked like they adjusted and said, if you're going to bring that tight end motion across, we're going to blitz. And good effective run blitz, shut down the run in the backfield there. 3rd and long for Whitehouse.
Yeah, gain of 2, loss of 2, first 2 plays, so we're back to where we started from. JoJo Adams deep out the left side. Jaden Gardner down here by himself. Snap is back. Holmes looks to pass. He's going to JoJo. He's got him down the sideline. Great coverage that time by the Tigers. Pass is incomplete, so that'll bring up 4th down and 10.
It's a good job there, stepping up and throwing the ball like that. Austin, watching him warm up, it looks like he's got a bit more confidence throwing the ball, especially down the sideline. It's a good throw. Did not leave it up for the defense to make a play. It's either going to be caught by his receiver on the outside or an incomplete pass. Well placed. Great coverage, like you said, Josh. It's good defense being played by the Wildcats tonight.
Man coverage kind of had what he wanted. Austin Holmes with the kick. It's a good kick, end over end forward, bounces out about the 39-yard line. Let's see where they spot it. Tell you what, spotted right there at the 38 and a half. We will be back in just one moment.
Struggling with mobility, chronic pain, work, or sports injury? At Azalea Orthopedics, our team of highly trained physicians specialize in complete orthopedic care, pain management, sports medicine, physical medicine, and rehabilitation. If you've sustained a bone or joint injury, have mobility or movement problems, struggle with pain, contact Azalea Orthopedics. We're conveniently located across East Texas, serving 18 counties. When visiting your doctor, urgent care, or hospital, you have a choice. Demand Azalea. At Azalea Orthopedics, your health is our priority.
All right, welcome back to Wildcat Football on NETSN. Texas High, first time for them to get the ball. Tigers are thinking about it here. They're talking about it. Man, I was watching their quarterback led by Cam Reitner to give this time. Running back up the middle for about a gain of 4 yards or so. I didn't see if that was Moore or Ball. That was Moore that time. So they've got a pretty potent offense attack.
Yeah, they've scored a bunch of points this year. Wins against Tyler Legacy, they put up over 50 points. Liberty Christian, again, 40-plus points. They're no stranger to the end zone.
Quick pass to the outside. Gets out of bounds. That's enough for a first down this time for the Tigers.
Yeah, Thurman out there, good tackle on the sideline.
That pass was to Xavier Powell. They'll give him the ball a lot tonight. He's pretty quick, so you can see how they just kind of did a little run pass option, faked the handoff and threw it out. You're going to have to forgive us tonight. The numbers for me, Chris, are really hard to see for Texas High. They're not real big and they're not real bold, and I'm kind of old, and I can't see. So that's
it's definitely a bit easier to see the Whitehouse numbers. That dark maroon framed with the white behind it.
It pops. That's right. That pops. Okay. So here we go again. The quarterback Reitner in motion coming to give this time again to Moore. He's got a little room, breaks through, gain of about 9 yards or so. Good run, got into our secondary that time.
Yeah, they did a good job there. Whitehouse rolled down and basically rolled their safeties up, one in coverage, the other acting like another linebacker. And it's a good thing, too.
To give to Moore this time, over across the 40, does a spin move, takes it ahead for another 3 or 4 yards. That's enough for a first down for the Tigers, the 34-yard line going in.
Yeah, they're picking up the pace here, and it looks like they're going to attack downhill, just run right at this Whitehouse defense, force them to make stops.
Get fake this time, thrown out to the slot man. Oh, a great move. Gets him about 3 yards. That's Tredarian Ball. That's their other running back that they'll line up in the slot all night. Ball with a good catch and a good shake and bake move for 4 yards.
Yeah, considering there's 3 defenders out there with 1 blocker in front, for him to pick up about 4 or 5 yards like that, it was a great job. But a good tackle for Whitehouse as well. Whitehouse being careful here, not covering those wide receivers right at the line, not wanting to give up the 1 step and he's behind you throwing a touchdown pass deep.
Chris, I just used the term shake and bake, and when I did, there was reminiscences of, and boom goes the dynamite. Moore with the ball this time, getting outside, good speed, slows down, speeds up around the 20, stays in bounds, out at about the 11-yard line. Boom goes the dynamite, Chris.
Yeah,
he is explosive and hard to take down.
They schemed up the Whitehouse defense there and did a good job of giving themselves an advantage on that outside run. And the blocking by the receivers downfield was fantastic. They had a couple pancake blocks down deep there.
Yeah, that was some good running there. The PA announcer agreed with me. He said they marked him back at the 12. He did make it down to the 11, but that's okay. No one's complaining. So here we go once again. Ball stacked on the left side. They throw it to Ball. The catch, he's got a blocker ahead of him, has to beat a couple. There we go.
Boy, I wish I could move like that. Did you see that? That's what it looks like when I play video games with my kids.
Yeah.
And you just start pressing a bunch of buttons. You know, jump cut inside, jump cut outside.
Sophomore Caden McGill that time for the Wildcats, making the stop there after about 1.5 yards, so 2 yards or so. All right, so
they're trying to stretch the field as wide as they can, make Whitehouse cover, and they've done a good job on the outside.
There's the give to Ball across the middle on the jet sweep.
Blocking.
Yeah, great blocking downfield. He's going to make it down to about the they give him a touchdown, but there's a flag on the field.
Going to get an unsportsmanlike conduct here.
Flag on the play.
Yeah, that was good downfield blocking by the Tigers just across the board.
Offense.
Chris, that's holding against the Tigers, so that's going to come back. Pickens was being held.
Well, he ended up on the ground, and then the offensive lineman who was apparently holding him was standing over him, which is why I thought that was going to end up being a unsportsmanlike penalty.
Okay.
But we'll take the hold, which negates the touchdown.
Well, I don't know the offensive lineman's name, but he's a big boy.
Yeah.
And he looks very strong. So
yeah, looking at the roster, they've got good size on the offensive line. They've got a few guys that are 250 plus.
So backed up, we're at 2nd and 18 now, I believe. There's the snap is back. He's looking to one the stop and go. A little bit of grabbing going on. Ball's out of bounds. Wanted an interference call there, but it looked like they're both kind of grabbing on each other, and it appears as though the ball was uncatchable that time, Chris. So
yeah, that bounced couple yards out of bounds, and no flag. Looked about even. I have no issue with no flag on that.
So
one.
3rd and long here. Moore goes out on motion out in the flat. Oh, a great pass over the middle. Well, it's a little bit long. Pass intended to Montgomery that time.
Malachi there had a chance at another interception. Last week he was reading the quarterback's eyes, and he framed one up for himself. That one would have been a little bit of a ricochet off the wide receiver. He was intent on making the tackle and making sure that a first down was not gained, which can't fault him for that. As a coach, that's exactly what you want.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah. But the ball bounced off the receiver and went right past him.
That's right.
Been fun if he'd have grabbed it. Exciting.
So Ian Delk out now to an attempt a field goal from 37. The kick is up, and it is not good. It's outside. No, I'm sorry. It is good. Scratch that. It looked bad from here. Well, I tell you what. Thanks for watching NETSN Wildcat Football. Your score, Wildcats 0, Tigers 3. We'll be right back.
The Friday night lights are shining, and we are teaching driving. CDL Training Academy is your resource to a better career. Come and get trained and get tested right here in Henderson, Texas. CDL Training Academy. Visit our Henderson, Texas office or online at cdllearn.com.
All right, right, we're back. And now tonight I have a shake and bake that was reminiscent of Boom Goes the Dynamite. And I have a It's No Good, which was not even kind of true. So I apologize on both of those.
Don't worry, everybody. We took a minute to clean Josh's glasses during the break there. And I think we'll be good moving forward.
I have an excuse. Something's in my eye, Chris.
It's called an eyeball?
No, there's some sort of a speck of something
foreign
in my own
object
eye.
In your eye.
It's a log in my eye, in fact, Chris.
Okay.
I'm not afraid to admit it. All right, we got a kickoff deep this time. JoJo back to get at the 8-yard line, bringing it across the 15 to the 20. Finds a little bit of a hole across the 30. He's got some room to the 40 to the 45. Gets hit hard by the kicker, I believe. But boy, JoJo showing a little speed and looking good on special teams right there.
And you understand now why they made that move to put him in the slot, try to get him the ball out in space, because we know he can tough out and grit out some running, but was taking quite a beating in those first 4 games. He's electric with the ball in his hands out in space.
He kind of liked taking a beating, though, you know. Like, he liked getting hit. He liked hitting other people, too.
I think maybe a few times, but when it started ringing up 15, 20 times a game, you got to look out for a young man's health.
All right, snap, fake to Jaden Robbins. Austin's looking downfield. He's got 2 men. Pass intended to Diarra that time. Man, he also had Aiden Wright out there. He had a couple receivers, and that's quite unfortunate. We couldn't complete that there.
Yeah, he had Diarra running the shallow cross. He had Zion behind him running a little bit of a deeper cross, and then Aiden Wright on the outside. Just a little bit. Probably needed the change up there when he threw the fastball. A little hot.
As my coach used to say, put handles on it. Jacaden Robbins this time, pretty good little run. Gets turned around, but gets 4 yards on the play.
I like that. Did you see the nice forward lean? Not running straight up, standing up, not able to get knocked backwards, but a nice forward lean with his head moving forward as he was picking his hole, finding his way around his lineman. Great run.
Yep. Aiden Whitfield having to come out of the game. Something's wrong with his helmet, so they're having to make a correction. Not a great time on 3rd down and 6. 40-second clock's down to about 10 right now. Everybody getting lined up. Snap is back this time. The pass out to Robbins, makes the catch. He's going to have to break some tackles. He gets about a yard on the play, but that'll bring him up 5 yards short, 4th down.
We should take a second here and commend Austin right there. Clock was running down instead of panicking and moving too quickly. Last week we saw several penalties on the offense because they didn't get lined up and set for a full second.
Yeah.
And I was hoping that we didn't see it there, and we didn't. Looks like he's maturing as a leader and the quarterback on that offense. And even though the play there took a little long to develop and defenders were able to come make the tackle, that was good. You saw growth and development from last week.
Austin Holmes with the punt. Very high booming punt. Oh, this could be, last. Did the ball hit him? They're going to call interference.
Yeah, he called fair catch very late.
Oh, it was the ball, yeah.
Whitehouse player right in front of him, ball bounced off his helmet. But we also have Laundry back at the line of scrimmage.
2 flags on the play.
I feel like he might have called that the fair catch as the player was already in his bubble. His bubble of influence, as we'll call it. So we got 2 flags. This might just be offset.
Well, let's hope it's not 2 against Whitehouse. We don't want a 2-for-1
you
here.
know, I wasn't going to put that out there, Chris. The bad part about that is if it was just a penalty, well, let's see what happens. Our first
holding, kicking team, that penalty is declined. Kick catch interference. Kicking team, 15 yards from the end of the kick. 1st down.
Yeah, Chris, that's your fault, buddy.
Will begin the ball 1st and 10 at their own 35.
Both of them against Whitehouse.
That happens often, unfortunately. Thankfully, they didn't get to enforce both of them.
Yeah,
that's hard to be close to the receiver, the guy catching the ball, especially when he makes the fair catch call late and then steps up 3 or 4 yards very quickly right before the ball arrives. But tough lessons this year.
All right, so here we go. Handoff this time. Given to number 3 Ball. I believe that's Ball. Oh, goodness. Big hit. Yeah, that was Ball that time taken. That's enough for a first down.
Yeah, Texas High there, great job isolating the hole, giving him a narrow hole but wide open without a defender in it. Gained a little head of steam and knocked Caden McGill backwards. That's a senior versus a sophomore, and Caden's going to learn from that and come back next year ready to be the hammer instead of the nail.
Right. Give him a little motivation in off-season workouts. Snap back, they give the ball, he keeps it, he's going deep, he's got Montgomery wide open with the catch, one man to beat. And he does it. DR was there, or I'm sorry, not DR, that was Perkins there on the coverage. Actually, no one was on the coverage. That was, he just busted right past everyone. Perfectly thrown pass, touchdown.
Yeah, they were able to sneak the receiver behind the defense. I didn't see exactly how that happened. But good job of the quarterback putting the ball on target there for a touchdown pass. Great catch and throw and catch.
Yeah, that was just a little pass and catch. So the extra point attempt is up. I'm not going to predict this time.
That is no good.
That's the same thing that happened last time. Y'all are killing me. All right, gang, we will be back in just one moment after this word from our sponsor. All right, well, we are back at Tiger Stadium here in Texarkana. It's a pretty good drive. There's some pretty good places to eat. Chris and I had a little Chipotle on the way in tonight.
Well, in fairness, it wasn't just us.
It was
Zach,
us.
our phenomenal producer, and Rob, our camera guy extraordinaire.
Yeah.
And we all got to share a bite together.
That's right.
And then we got to share a bite in the press box as well.
Not have eaten a giant burrito if I knew I was going to be eating banana pudding tonight. But all right, here we go. A shorter kick this time. JoJo comes up. He catches at the 30. Looking for room again. Oh, runs over his own man. And again, gets across the 40-yard line. So good starting position, Chris, if you're keeping track. Is it better just to kick a touchback? So far, the answer would be yes.
Yeah, it's better to kick the ball out of bounds if you're Texas High, and then Whitehouse starts at the 30 every time. Obviously, if you can put it through the back of the end zone, that's fantastic. But I imagine that if they kick off again, not kicking to JoJo would make a lot of sense.
That's right. That's right. So, all right, so here we go. Looks like a little bit tighter formation. Trips left this time. Carter Willingham tied in on the end on the opposite side. Ball is back. Robbins takes it. Good hard run downhill that time. Gets about 6 yards on the, well, about 5 yards on the play.
Yeah, they drew the defense's attention all the way to the right-hand side with Trips in the boundary.
And I should have noticed that was John Grimes, not Robbins that time.
Oh, okay.
We like Grimes.
We do.
We like them all. But that was a good hard run.
It was, yeah.
Yep.
Carter Willingham blocking in front.
Same formation. Trips left. Give to Grimes again. Little spin action this time. Is going to be about 2 yards short. So it looks like it's going to bring up 3rd down and 2. Well, they said 3, but it's been about 3rd down and 2.5 or so this time.
Usually you see the officials will spot the ball like on a clean, full yard, unless it's, like 3rd and short, 4th and short kind of thing. These guys, man, they are like spotting the ball exactly where they think it is, and who knows where that goes.
Yeah. All right, so here we go again. Very tight formation. Crunch it up. Holmes keeps it. He's got room to run, but he's throwing it up top.
There we go.
Beautiful passing catch to Jaden Gardner that time.
Nice. That's what we didn't see last week, and that's a great job right there. Excellent ball fake in the backfield. Texas High is going to be yelling at their defensive end and outside linebacker for not playing the quarterback true on that one. Beautiful completion on the run to the left.
They get lined up quickly this time. The snap is back. Zamaje Mosley with the Gianti stance of standing straight up. The give is to Mosley. Mosley takes it around the right side. He's got some room out to the 30. Oh, he's got a tackle to break, and he's still up. Back to the 30. Ooh, gets hit. Probably could have gone down to 30, lost a couple yards after that, but that's a big – I felt like he got about 13 yards there or something, but that's a gain of about –
That's an attitude run right there. Good blocking at the edge. Carter Willingham at the tight end position. And out wide after making the big catch there, Jaden doing a heck of a job fighting for a block out by the sideline. And Zamaja did a good job of following his blockers on that one, not getting out in front of them.
2nd down and 3. The give to Mosley up the middle, bangs into a couple players. It's going to be a gain of 2 on that play. Going to be short by about a yard, bringing up a 3rd and short. This is 4-down territory, obviously, for the Wildcats.
This is a great responsive drive.
I like it.
We watched Texas drive the ball down the field and score. Whitehouse
blitz that time.
Oh, my.
Yeah, they brought the house. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. At least 8 guys in the box crashing.
I just saw number 90 absolutely blow up the center of the offensive line. Push the entire, collapse the entire center of the offensive line back into the backfield.
Yeah, they had their timing down for sure, so.
Excellent individual play there by number 90 on the defensive line.
So a big play here, 4th down and 4 coming up. Let's see what they try. Joe out right, Zahn in there. So Mosley the back. Snap is back. Austin looking down to pass. He's under a lot of pressure. Gets hit and taken down at the 41-yard line. That's going to be a turnover on downs. Disappointing. Thanks for being here. We will be back shortly after this quick message.
Today's real estate market is loud. Rates are up, homes sit longer, and your cousin's advice is straight from TikTok. You don't need someone to sell you something. You need someone to walk you through it.
I'm Jamie Whitley, your local expert in the calm in your real estate storm. If life's telling you it's time to make a move, I'll help you do it without making you lose your mind or your money. Let's find your next move together.
Thank you to Jamie Whitley, our gold sponsor. Everybody hang out, see the Whitley halftime show. I'm pretty pumped about that tonight. It's going to be fantastic.
Yeah, and that last play, that was a nice off-edge blitz by the outside line. Oh.
Reverse. Uh-oh, he's got a lot of room over here. Taking it down across the 45. Oh, the quarterback out there lead blocking. That was Ball that time taking it, but Cam Reitner, the quarterback, was looking like he was looking for someone to hit out there on the lead block.
I used to enjoy that when I played quarterback for a minute. It was fun being able to block sometimes.
Little toss sweep, getting to be the lead block out there.
Yeah, on a reverse where you get to throw a block.
Oh, yeah.
Hopefully spring your guy for a big gain or a touchdown. Sure is fun watching film afterwards because the coach is like, well, look at that. Didn't know you could do that.
Ball in motion this time across. Oh, we had some movement. There's a flag. Oh, I think they might have. I feel like the coach tried to call a timeout.
Before the snap, ball start, number 3.
That is a false.
Offense, 5 yards, still first down.
Yeah, false start that time. The motion man ball just didn't get set. He kind of moving and moved over, and
yeah, he
official was
stopped
right
his
there.
Motion, then tried to start it up again, and
yeah,
the official wasn't having any of that.
Looks like they called a timeout. So we're going to stay here for just a minute.
Make sure.
Hey, big props right now to our producer, Zach. The scoreboard went out. Now, for those of y'all who don't know what a scoreboard is, that's the device that we use to get the clock and the down and distance. If we don't have that, we don't have it. So you've just got me saying how much time is left. So Zach got it fixed. Great job, Zach. High five. Look, Zach's the man, okay? We're not going to mention he's a Chapel Hill Bulldog, but he fixed it, so thank you. All right, we're back. Wildcat band playing loudly. Oh, Ford, great little move there. gets about 7 yards back. That's their receiver, Shavonte Montgomery, that they put in the backfield that time for a change of pace.
Now, sometimes in a game, there's a game within a game, and the chess game going on here is these running backs against Whitehouse linebackers. Whitehouse linebackers have been very good this year, especially the 2 inside guys, at making tackles inside the tackle box. These running backs are intentionally being very shifty, and that's several times now that those poor linebackers have come up on air, just whiffed on a tackle attempt because of the shiftiness of these running backs through the hole.
Here comes a jet sweep once again. Oh, ball. Great tackle on the outside. Lots of room. He just kind of goes out of bounds. Not sure why he ran out of bounds there, Chris.
I don't know. At the end of each play that he's run out of bounds, his coach has come over and he's made all kinds of, movement with his hands like he's arguing for something. I got no problem with it if you're picking up yards like that. Whitehouse did have only 1 defender at the point of attack, and he was double teamed with 2 blocks there. Malachi Allen trying to step up and set the edge, and a lot of gap, a lot of space there in between his edge set towards the middle of the field to be able to run.
Ball again on the motion. Gets set this time over here. Reitner looking for him. Cam running around in the backfield. Springs loose. He's going to throw it away. Okay.
56 there had a big old bear hug on Pickens when the quarterback tried to roll out to the left. Typically, that's where you see holding ending up getting called, when the quarterback bails out to the right or to the left, because that offensive lineman's got the defensive lineman in front of him, and if all of a sudden that defensive lineman tries to go out directly to the side, he's got a grip on him, and usually the official can see that very clearly. Here in the high school level, we only have 1 official behind the offensive line, and he was on the other side, so he did not see that too well.
That's a 6'5", 295-pound junior.
Yeah, he's...
Oh! Quick pass to the outside. It's going to be short. No, it's...
on the reception.
Yeah, Pickens has some good size, but he's not going to be able to just bull rush and beat one-on-one in a straight-up grudge fight.
Not done
6'5", 295.
Yeah. All right, so that is enough for a first down. It's going to bring him up 1st and goal now at the 8-yard line. Going in. Play being called in. Let's see. You've got all the players kind of down over on the Whitehouse sideline and student section cheering on the Tigers to get in there and score.
Doesn't look like any of the Whitehouse players. I don't see the back of any of their helmets. That's good. Eyes are on the field.
Oh, there's a good hand, and he's got a lot of room going in. That was Ahmad Moore that time, his turn at running back, and he did good with it on this drive.
I don't know what Texas is doing there, but that's the 2nd or 3rd time tonight where they've been able to scheme something up where they basically have no resistance running to the outside like that. I don't know if they've seen something on the tape that they're taking advantage of here, but Texas High doing a good job of scheming themselves some very open run lanes.
It's blocked. It's blocked. And he's got it.
Back for 2.
Yes, sir. That's good for 2 points. If he can make it, there's a kick. The kicker's about to catch him. Oh, my goodness. He had 3 blockers. Okay.
And Laundry on the field, so all of this looks like it might be coming back.
Was that the kicker who got him?
I think it was.
Run back.
I'm a little bit in shock right now.
Well,
he must be a soccer player.
I don't know.
Rylan McCarley.
I don't know if the White House defenders there realized
they didn't see him.
What I need to do is put myself physically between this one guy who can make the tackle and my teammate who's running the ball.
Everybody was looking at the end zone.
Defense. Player was more than a yard off the ball and rushed in. We'll retry.
A player was more than 1 yard off the ball and rushed in.
I didn't see it happen, but I think somebody jumped over the line, which you can do if you line up on the line.
Okay.
But if you're a linebacker and you line up behind the line,
can't get a running start.
Yes, you can't get a running start and jump over the line to block the ball.
Okay. This is like the Broncos game all over again. The Colts lost and then they won. But we won't talk about that. Kick is up this time. It is good.
Yeah, we're going to wait to call it.
After all that, we will be back here shortly.
The Wildcats, nothing.
All right, we are back, and I'm getting very excited, Chris. We're about a little bit more than a quarter away from the Whitley halftime show, where I believe our band is going to come out with our full competition tonight. So we're going to get our first look. They've got all the pieces together. As you know, each week they add on a little more and a little more. So we don't expect it to look perfect tonight, but this is the first night they should have the whole thing put together. Let's go, Cats.
Yeah, they've looked good in what we've been able to watch halftime so far this year.
Kick this time to JoJo, about to the 27-yard line that time. They are fine with kicking it to JoJo.
Yeah, like that. They found a way to cover it real well and tackle him before the 30-yard line. So there you go. There's the don't kick it out of bounds.
1 out of 4
situation.
Ain't bad. 1 out of 4, 3 out of 4. Yeah. Isn't that a meatloaf? 2 out of 3 ain't bad. Is he talking about marriages?
I'm talking about kickoff returns.
Okay.
But, I don't know what
you're
you're
meatloaf.
doing. Too much food in the press box, I think.
I'm next commercial. There's not enough time to go get more banana pudding. We're going to have to wait. All right, here's a snap back to Austin Holmes. Gives to Robbins this time. He's got guys in front of him and behind him. Thrown down to the ground, kind of gets slammed there a little bit, but he does gain about a yard on the play. And, yeah, he got slammed down pretty good. All right, so we are going to go to a commercial, and we will be back in just a moment.
Texas, it's football season. The lights, the crowds, rivalries. Every Friday night is game day, but here at CDL Training Academy, when it comes to your future, every day is game day. Just like on the football field, success behind the wheel of a commercial motor vehicle takes discipline, that's right, focus, that's right, and safety, that's right. That's why we don't just train drivers, we train champions of the road, that's right. And here's the win and play. We're a TPST certified school. That means when you're ready, you don't have to wait for the state. You can test right here in-house. No delay of games, no flags on the field, just results. That's right. If you're ready to stop sitting on the sidelines and start moving your career forward, the season starts now. Get trained, come on. Get tested, come on. Get on the road with a career that pays like a championship win. That's right.
All right, we are back. Oh, we wanted to finish that commercial so bad. It's a new one. Pass out to Zion this time. The screen to the left is no good. Yeah, we have a minute and 22-second sponsor we were trying to get in. I haven't seen it yet, but that's a CDL. Go get your CDL. We will try to play that in its entirety a little bit later.
So on that one, it looked like Whitehouse tried to show screen on both sides, but most of the offensive linemen went to the left, and the defense read that well and said, well, if they're going that way, we think the ball is going to go that way, even though the initial play fake was to the right.
That's right. All right, well, that's the end of the first quarter. Your score, Texas High Tigers 16, Whitehouse Wildcats 0. We'll be back in just a moment.
The Friday night lights are shining, and we are teaching driving. CDL Training Academy is your resource to a better career. Come and get trained and get tested right here in Henderson, Texas. CDL Training Academy. Visit our Henderson, Texas office or online at cdllearn.com.
Struggling with mobility, chronic pain, work, or sports injury? At Azalea Orthopedics, our team of highly trained physicians specialize in complete orthopedic care, pain management, sports medicine, physical medicine, and rehabilitation. If you've sustained a bone or joint injury, have mobility or movement problems, struggle with pain, contact Azalea Orthopedics. We're conveniently located across East Texas, serving 18 counties. When visiting your doctor, urgent care, or hospital, you have a choice. Demand Azalea. At Azalea Orthopedics, your health is our priority.
All right. We are back at Tiger Stadium in Texarkana, Texas. Not to be confused with Texarkana, Arkansas. That's not confusing enough. All right, here we go. Big third down play here. Zamaje Mosley with a fake. Oh, there's pressure up there. Ah, front. Austin Holmes trying to get free and does a little turnaround. Ruski right back into the defense. So that's going to bring out our punt team.
Got himself turned around there. Made one movement where there was open space, but then for some reason he reversed field back into.
Yeah, I think there was some pressure coming from the maybe a corner or something was coming in, and he thought this isn't going to work. And
an invisible defender out here.
He wasn't. I think he was visible. I saw him also, as did Austin. But yeah, he was. Fortunately, the defense behind him was invisible.
Interesting punt return formation.
Yeah, they have an up back. That's the one who called the fair. It's a fair catch.
Fair catch.
All right, well, stay with us here. Texas High is going to have their best starting field goal or starting position of the evening on Wildcats territory of 45.
Now, there's an example where he caught the ball about the 44.5-yard line, and they decided to set it at the 45 to make it easy for themselves to figure out where the first down is.
Okay.
But earlier in the game, we didn't see him doing that. So
are you saying there's a conspiracy by the officials?
No. I'm just saying there's an example of something we mentioned earlier.
I don't know. I think this thing goes pretty deep. I mean, well, we'll stop with all that. All right, so here we go. Quarterback Reitner is in. It is Sherdarian Ball's turn to be the running back. He gets the handoff up to the 45, makes a jump step. Oh, big hit that time. Pickens in on the tackle. Gain of about 3 yards on the play.
This almost feels like we're watching Miami play. If you've seen them play this year, that offensive line just gets moving.
You're talking about the Dolphins?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. And running back just gets to sit behind, choose his hole. And when the defense all collapsed to the middle that time, sweet jump cut to the left, found some yards.
All right, there's the give again to Ball. Getting outside, he's got a lead blocker. He's following, breaks a couple tackles, slips through, gets another couple yards out there down to about the 32-yard line. Hit out of bounds by Malachi Allen.
Now, I'm not going to be hating because this will be the second time I've mentioned this. Wide receiver blocking on the outside. Zion Alexander pushes up through him to set the edge. And when he does, the wide receiver just keeps blocking him and holds him up against himself, taking him out of the play. Expert job of disguising the holds with the way they block.
That time, Ball with the carry. A whole host of Wildcats are there. Only 2 yards on the play. Good defense. We just say that. Good defense.
Yes.
Good
Feels
defense.
like they're taking it personal here.
Good defense, yeah.
They're going to step up on the defensive line.
Well, let's do it. Maybe a turnover is on the horizon. You just never know.
Might have to create one themselves because I think Texas is just going to be content to be not flashy, not put the ball in harm's way too much. That right there, see Zion break on that ball. It's great coverage.
That was good coverage. Montgomery on the catch, short of the first down, but only by about a yard or so. It looks like 3rd down and 1. And it looks like we've lost scoreboard again, so Zach is off trying to get that fixed. Oh, he gains about 2 yards.
Whitehouse unintentionally played that down with an extra player. The substitution replacing the linebacker didn't get off the field fast enough. Apparently,
is that
Texas
what the flag is?
Yeah, that's what the flag is. Apparently, Texas.
Defense. More than 11 players on the field. 5-yard penalty from the previous spot. First down.
So that's going to be a first down.
In today's game, if the offense doesn't substitute, the defense really can't.
Yeah.
Because
that's right. They don't give them time.
If the offense is moving quickly and it's almost impossible for the defense to make substitutions without stopping the clock.
So first down and 10, 9:22, 9:18 left on the clock. Snap is back, the give to ball. He's taking around the left side. He's got some room, cuts it back up, and prances into the end zone. Touchdown. That's Tredarian Ball for the Tigers.
That kid's a great ball carrier. He reads his blocks so well.
Yeah, he's
there on the outside. I'm not sure if that was a safety, but it looked like one of the Whitehouse defenders was set up perfectly to make the tackle. And right at the last second, his blocker steps into view, and he cuts right behind him. This kid's got a wicked jump cut, and he is difficult to deal with.
Well,
I saw in Max Preps that he's averaging about 100 yards rushing a game.
All right, that kick is up and good. Your score now 23-0. Tigers are up, 9:10 left in the second quarter. We'll be back shortly.
Today's real estate market is loud. Rates are up, homes sit longer, and your cousin's advice is straight from TikTok. You don't need someone to sell you something. You need someone to walk you through it.
I'm Jamie Whitley, your local expert in the calm in your real estate storm. If life's telling you it's time to make a move, I'll help you do it without making you lose your mind or your money. Let's find your next move together.
Welcome back to Wildcat Network on Wildcat Football on NETSN. Your score 23-0 right now. The score's not correct on there. We'll get the correct score. 9:10 left, and
Zach was out trying to fix that connection with the scoreboard. See if we could make it happen, but it's fighting us.
That's right.
And
Zach's back. Zach looks defeated, Chris. I think the scoreboard has defeated Zach. Oh! JoJo, big hit around the 20-yard line.
They're doing a good job of bottling him up there. It looks like they understand what Whitehouse is trying to do on the return, and they figured out how to deal with it and make that tackle deeper and deeper and deeper in Whitehouse territory.
Oh, Zach, how you doing, man? You okay? Zach looks a little dinged up. He's got the score up, though. That's a big victory. He's got the score corrected. And he says he went to try to fix the scoreboard, but I bet he went in there to get some of that banana pudding. So
I think he'd look happier if he actually came back or had banana pudding.
He looks defeated. Poor guy. Oh, man, he's smarter than the rest of us, though. So if he can't fix it, no one can. Austin Holmes, more pressure, shakes and bakes, gets to the outside. Good catch by Diarra. Boy, there was Tigers all over the place. I didn't think that was going to make it through. Good pass by Austin that time.
Yeah, last week we saw Diarra go up and make a play, and it was good to see that because he had quite a game the first week and then kind of disappeared the next 3 weeks. And unfortunately, it was only one, but something to build on, and that was a good one there. He found the open spot. The defense was flowing. He stayed behind the flow, gave his quarterback a chance.
I got to stay. Oh, a fumbled snap this time. Gets crushed in the backfield. Loses about the 5 yards they just gained. That'll bring up third down and long. 3rd and 9 here coming up.
Yeah, we saw that happen last week too, where dropped the snap and then trying to pick it up, his running back was in the way, and it ended up being a turnover. Just kind of the worst possible luck. Thankfully on that one, Whitehouse able to hold on to the ball, but now they've got a steep challenge in front of them with 3rd and long.
It is 3rd down and 8, so they moved the ball up. They gave them the benefit of the doubt. Zamaje Mosley in the backfield. There's the snap. He's back. Screen play. This time caught by Mosley. He's got some room. He's going across 35 to the 40. Gets pushed out of bounds. Woo! That was a very tight window screen pass. Austin barely got the ball over the defensive tackle's arms. And a great catch by Zamaje.
Yeah, executed well by Whitehouse. It's a shame that Texas didn't have their kicker out there playing linebacker. He'd have been able to run him down, prevent the first. Sorry. Tried to do it with a straight face. Good job by Whitehouse there. Good play design.
That kicker's the quickest kid we've seen on the field tonight, Chris. He ain't playing. I don't know what his speed is, but I'm going to say sub 4.6.
That just looked wrong from the beginning.
Yeah.
Kind of a fake handoff. Looked like something should have happened after that. And instead, Austin just kind of clammed up and protected the football.
All right, it's going to bring up 2nd down and 14. There's a gnat around my face. Keeps trying to fly in my nose. And
he's trying to get that thing out of your eye for you. You should let him.
I think the thing's out of my eye now. I think I'm doing better.
Okay.
But now there's a gnat in my nose.
Now there's a space for the gnat to go in your eye.
All right. That's right. Okay, the pass going to JoJo on the – wow, he's running the post. Or he kind of ran a deep slant.
Yeah, he was running
Austin,
more of a crossing route, and Austin threw more of a post there, about 15 yards over everybody's head.
All right. Well, that's going to be 3rd down and 14. This is a tough place to be against the Tigers, this defense.
This is kind of what we've seen now. I mean, it's several weeks into the season, and we're a couple games into district play. But Whitehouse has some good ideas and shows some flashes of like, oh, good play right there. Oh, good individual effort right there. They just can't sustain it long enough to be able to do something with it, unfortunately.
All right, Whitehouse is going to take a timeout, which means we are also. We'll be back in just a moment. Welcome back. 6 minutes, 58 seconds left in the 2nd quarter here at Tiger Stadium. Chris, this is a beautiful stadium.
Yeah.
It's very tall, except for the ugly pardon me. Except for some of the colors seem to be a little bit off. Was that? I thought that was more of a Longhorn orange, but it might be.
No, this is bright orange. This orange
Tennessee?
is not burnt so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, this feels more like Tennessee than it does Texas.
Okay, I didn't mean to use the U word there for any of y'all listening that are Longhorn fans that might have been offended. Okay, 3rd down and 14. Got a chunk to get. Oh, Austin getting out of there. He's in trouble. Taken down. Oh, there's a flag. I think they're going to call. They grabbed him by the helmet, maybe? Let's see what happens.
Well, grabbing the helmet isn't a penalty, so
it's not. But
if he managed to sneak a finger or two there inside the face mask cage, we'll see.
Personal foul, face mask.
Apparently he did.
Mask.
Defense, 15 yards from the previous spot.
Well, that's a
first down.
That's a big whoopsie daisy by the Tigers right there.
Penalty marks the ball down in Tiger territory.
We've praised Austin for developing leadership and a sense of presence in the pocket. Tonight, I think he's trying to do a little too much. Like, fair game, you can shake one defender in the backfield, but that's it. You're going to, at that point, have to get rid of the ball or just take a sack.
Give to Mosley, a host of Tigers all around him. Looks like they gave him back to the 48. So it'll bring up 2nd down and 10. Okay.
Play 2nd down 10.
All right, Carter Willingham coming in. Let's see. Do you get the sense that they've got a trick play that they're just kind of waiting on? Sort of an out and up.
If they do, it's going to need to be a trick play that moves the ball away from behind the offensive line pretty quickly.
Okay.
Because what's not happening tonight is this offensive line's not able to give them a lot of time to be able to do anything.
Boom. Big pass completed that time. Real quick, straight down. It's Zion, gain of 5 yards on the play.
That is a very good play against the defense that we've seen being run tonight. If they're willing to give you an open space 4 or 5 yards down the field, Whitehouse needs to take it. And they need to throw that pass, take those 4 or 5 yards, and try to sustain something. Because trying to hold on to the ball and wait for something to open up deeper than that is not working tonight.
3rd down and 5 now. 3rd and 5.
Coach on the field down there.
Yeah, he is. 5 minutes, 20 seconds left on the clock. Snaps back. Austin rolls out to the right. He's got a receiver complete, but he's going to be a yard short. I didn't see who that was. JoJo over there?
Yeah. Now, we saw that last week, too. Same kind of thing. Quickly. And, again, Austin's young. He's learning. This is his second start. That ball has to be thrown about 2 seconds earlier than that. He gives JoJo a chance to catch the ball, turn upfield, and gain yards. JoJo did a good job of getting to the sideline and keeping his feet in bounds. But if he'd had an opportunity to turn it up, there'd be a first down right now.
4th and 1 now. Tigers lined up. Yeah, they were coming from the get-go. Loss of about 3 on the play. That's going to be a turnover on downs. Tigers will take over. Well,
I don't really have anything to say about that.
That's okay.
I think that speaks for itself,
we're
unfortunately.
All a little bit I mean, I'm looking for that Rockmore, Wildcat touchdown. You know, Rockmore Hardware Wildcat touchdown is possibly in the near future.
Well, it's very clear that in and short situations, Texas is going to stack the box and prevent Whitehouse from being able to run the ball. What is Whitehouse going to do? How are they going to adjust? That's what we still need to see tonight.
5 minutes, 9 seconds on the clock. First down and 10. I would not be surprised if Texas High is content with running the ball here and kind of running some clock down.
Yeah, if we see a lot of number 3 and number 4 running the ball here.
Yeah, I think Moore, number 4, Ahmad Moore is in this time at running back. Well, and then right as I'm saying, they throw it down the field. Ball came out of his hand bad. Intended for number 8, Powell, but yeah, I was watching him in warm-up, and he was throwing those shots on a dime. I'm not sure what happened right there, but
yeah, what he was throwing and what the receiver was running looked like 2 very different routes, unless it was just the ball fumbled out of his hand in the throwing process.
Well, Reitner, the quarterback, throws a really tight spiral, and that wasn't a spiral at all. So I think something was mechanically wrong from the get-go. Ball handed off. Moore taking it. Boy, almost stripped that time. I think that was number 17, Chris Stearns, by the Wildcats, trying to strip that ball out and make the tackle at the same time. 3rd down and 1. Clock now to 4:45 left.
This is a weird dynamic tonight. This is like the 3rd or 4th time where I've watched a play develop and something happened, and I literally had no idea why that just happened. Like, Whitehouse was set up to defend that play beautifully, and all of a sudden there was no left edge anymore. The entire left edge of the defensive line disappeared.
Good protection this time. The pass to Powell again. He does catch it this time.
Yeah, you don't want to give him a second chance on that one. That was good coverage against a very speedy receiver, and Jamarian tried to play the ball as it arrived, but that was a very strong catch. When you teach your wide receivers, you want strong hands catching the ball.
Strong hands.
Yeah, that was a big focus point for us.
Would you call those man hands?
No, I would just call it strong hands catching the ball.
Okay. I wasn't referencing, Seinfeld or anything. She has man hands, Jerry.
You're going to miss me with most of these references.
Okay, all right.
Because I'm totally in football mode, and
I get you. It's time to ball dancing around. Takes it maybe about to the 7-yard line. Gain it 2. The clock now down to 3:50. It's going to bring up 2nd down and goal with about 3:45 left in before the Jamie Whitley halftime show. I checked with Jamie Whitley earlier to see if he was here, and he's not. He's in Tyler. So we're gonna try to get him on after halftime and just ask him some questions, just about what are some of the joys of selling homes, what are some of the hard parts of selling homes, and some of those questions. I had to make them up as we go along. 2nd and goal. Back. Ball gets it around the right side. He's got a little bit of room, some players to beat. A good tackle that time. That was, who was that, Chris? That was Malachi Allen on the tackle. I thought he was going to make it in, but a great job. Good pursuit by the players. Clock down to, clock stopped at 3:09, and they're running it.
I'm not convinced that something's happening out there. That time, Whitehouse had 2 defenders coming hard off the edge on the left side, and I thought they were going to blow up this play in the backfield, and then they were nowhere when the play passed.
Wildcat formation, Ball keeps it himself. That's a touchdown for the Tigers with 2:51 left in the second quarter.
Boy, it's nice to have an offensive line that you can just run behind as much as you want like that. Goodness. Just pick your spot and go.
Pick your spot and go. So this time, Rylan McCarley, the fastest man alive, sets up for the extra point. He's pretty fast, Chris. You saw it with your own eyes. You can go back and watch later. All right, field goal is up and good. We will be back shortly.
Today's real estate market is loud. Rates are up, homes sit longer, and your cousin's advice is straight from TikTok. You don't need someone to sell you something. You need someone to walk you through it.
I'm Jamie Whitley, your local expert in the calm in your real estate storm. If life's telling you it's time to make a move, I'll help you do it without making you lose your mind or your money. Let's find your next move together.
All right, we are back. So they're having a commercial on the TV here, Chris, about McClarty. Okay, the kicker is Rylan McCarley, so that's not. Rylan McCarley is a sophomore, Chris. That kicker, 5'10", 160.
Plenty of time for him to put on a little bit more weight and become an all-state linebacker is what you're saying.
Runs a 3.8 40. JoJo with his 5th kick return of the night breaks it back up inside. Oh, he breaks a couple tackles, gets it right about to the 30-yard line.
And that felt like what we watched the first few games of the season, where it takes half the defense to tackle JoJo.
Yeah.
And
yeah, JoJo's fun to watch.
But then there's that slow walk to the sideline.
All right. So 2:43 left. Chris, I wonder if we could put a little something together here as the Wildcats and get out there and maybe do a little indie or something, a little hurry up. Yeah.
Well, the problem with the hurry up is if you go 3 and out, you've just handed the ball back with way too much time.
I was thinking more optimistically. Pass this time. Oh, no. There's a flag, though. I think that's going to be pass interference.
Yeah, JoJo was immediately telling the official about how he was being interfered with.
They were faking the screen to the right to Mosley, but came back to JoJo, and JoJo was manhandled over there. Let's see what the officials call.
Prior to the interception, personal foul, face mask, defense, number 15.
Okay, so they grabbed his face mask over there. Number 12.
15 yards from the previous spot. Automatic first down.
No need to name names, White Hat. I mean, they're just kids out here.
You just got to prove that it happened, right?
That's true.
We're gonna say this guy did it just to say, but there was definitely something going on there.
I thought I thought Mosley was wide open on that right side on that little fake over there, and then there was a whole host over here. So I'd like to see him come back to that little pass out to the right. So 1st and 10 now, 2 minutes and 36 seconds. The fake handoff this time. He's got JoJo. He's going deep. Incomplete. Safety came over.
JoJo turned into a defender there, knocked the ball out of the safety's hand.
Yes, he did. Boy, he had a little bit of room. JoJo checking out. DR coming in now.
Zion Alexander taking exception to something. Some of the players in the Texas secondary.
Okay.
He's pointing. They're talking. We don't want this to get chippy. We want these guys to be able to play football, honor their teammates, honor their family, honor their communities without anything unnecessary.
All right, so 2nd down and 10, 2 minutes, 30 seconds. The reverse this time to Zion. Goodness. Number 21 was there. That is Cooper for the Tigers. Big hit and a big loss of 5 yards. Timeout called. Tigers saying let's slow this thing down. 2 minutes and 19 seconds left.
Their first charge timeout of the half. 60 seconds.
So yeah, we're going to stay right here and Just kind of look around. Boy, that's disappointing, Chris. Got a little face mask call, got a first down. Tried to do a little razzle-dazzle reverse. Missed the block.
I'm not a big fan of bunching the formation and then doing anything that takes long to develop.
Yeah.
Because when you bunch the formation, you've now brought most of the defense into one area. And so if you're then going to take too much time in the backfield to make something happen, gives them a chance to be able to deploy and cover everything they need to cover and play good defense like they've done tonight and take a play like that and blow it up in the backfield. Great play. I like the play call concept. We need to do that with receivers split to the sideline so that we don't have extra defenders in the box there, being able to watch it happen. I don't want to say this like I'm criticizing the play calling. The reality is, good idea for the play call, trying to hit something that sparks. Just the way it was set up, I think, hurt Whitehouse from the very beginning there.
Sure.
And Texas is playing outstanding defense. I mean, if all you did was look at the scores from their games, it looks like defensively they gave up a good number of points so far this year. But from what we're watching tonight here, they're very sound, technically sound on defense.
All right, so the third down and long, goodness. Comes straight through, almost untouched.
He basically was. I don't think anybody touched him on the line, and Samaje only got a hand on him as he went past.
Texas High calls another timeout, 2 minutes and 14 seconds left. Chris, here's some good news I see, and that is the Wildcat Band warming up in the end zone over there. So they're getting ready for their halftime show, and I'm pretty excited about watching them do their whole routine tonight during the Jamie Whitley halftime show. And brought to you by the Jamie Whitley himself. And I tell you what, if you have a house you want to sell, that guy will sell it. And if you want a house you want to buy and you don't know what the house is, you call Jamie Whitley and like.
Who does he work for?
3 hours later.
Who does he work for?
He works for Jamie Whitley in the Schilling Group.
There you go.
That's right. And he'll find you a house. In fact, if you talk to Jamie Whitley, if you have coffee with him, you'll show up, you'll have a house for like 23 years. By the time you leave, you'll think to yourself, I would need to buy a new house. And you'll know which one because Jamie will have told you. Punt this time by Austin Holmes, really high. Takes a little bit of a Wildcat bounce. All right, ball down at the 37-yard line.
Well, we saw the offensive line give not a whole lot of help to the quarterback, to Austin Holmes, on that last play there. And unfortunately, also, with the punt formation, they were coming through the hole very, very quickly, and Austin had to rush that punt, which is one of the reasons why it's not his usual flip the field type of game changer.
Yeah, he...
and it looks like he was shaking off an injury on his arm, too.
Yeah,
you don't want to see that.
I thought, I thought that maybe someone left a little early on that punt rush and put a little extra pressure on him, but it was well timed. So, all right, here we go. Tigers going to go hurry up offense. 2 minutes and 14 seconds left. They hand this time to Moore. He gets around the side, breaks, finds a little bit of a hole. He's moving around. He's got blockers. Breaks another tackle down to the 40 over the 36-yard line. The clock continues running. Well, clock stops for a first down. 2:02 left.
The Texarkana Emergency Center in Texarkana.
All right, so at the 37-yard line, it'll be first down and 10. Clock down to 2 minutes.
This is the 2-minute timeout.
2-minute timeout.
That thing always surprises us.
Ooh, we got 2 minutes until the Wildcat Band, Chris. Look at them over there. They're getting warmed up. Can we hear them, you think? Let's see.
I can.
Okay. Yep, they are. They're getting ready to rock and roll. I'm excited about it. We've got a featured twirler. They've got a great routine. And contest is coming up here in a couple weeks also. 2.5 minutes, or 2.5 weeks. Not minutes. They said, whoa.
Tiger Stadium's sound equipment works very well.
They do.
At the very beginning, before they came out, the players came out, they had a whole little like lights and sparkle show. I'm not trying to diminish
Lights and
it.
sparkle show.
Was
there glitter
pretty
involved,
cool.
Chris?
No, they had pyrotechnics going. But on the screen, the very first words that came up on the screen for their Get Pumped introduction was, "Winning is a curse." And I just thought to myself, yeah, there's a lot of us that would like to be cursed in such a way.
That's right.
Winning is a curse. And, of course, they went on to say, because then you expect it, and that's the standard, and that's the expectation.
Yeah,
but
there was definitely some pyrotechnics going on before that start. So
yeah.
All right, so here we go. 2 minutes on the clock. That was a 2-minute warning. First down and 10 from the 37-yard line. They're all looking over at Coach. They had a timeout, but they wanted to see how Wildcats were lining up. And they've got a stack over here on the right side with ball. Give to Moore. He's around the side, closing in quickly. Oh, gosh.
Moore on the carry.
Breaks a tackle, does a little hop, skip, jump, and clock stops for a first down to 1 minute and 52 seconds. It will start up as soon as they get it set.
It's going to be a 1st and 10 for the Tigers.
They moved the fullback over to a wing position to block on the left, and all of a sudden Whitehouse was outgunned, outmaneuvered, and out-edged on that side, and they were not able to respond quick enough, and you saw a 10-yard gain easily around the corner. Might see it again right here.
Snap is back. Oh, blitz this time. Trying to trip him up. He's got a receiver. He throws it away. There's a flag.
On the play.
Not sure what that flag is.
That's going to be a late hit on the quarterback.
Minute 27 left.
Yeah,
and they brought
Zamaje up the middle there with the blitz.
Yeah. Roughing the passer. Number defense. Half the distance to the goal. Automatic first down.
I think he was a little annoyed that he didn't get the quarterback in the backfield, and so he chased him to the sideline and took a shot on him right at the sideline.
Okay.
Unfortunately. Got to do all that fairly on the field to play between the whistles. And if we don't, the officials are definitely going to see it.
Yes, they are, and rightly so. So still 1 minute and 27 seconds left on the clock.
1st and 10, it's 14.
Now, you can't even see it on the screen, but down here at the bottom, 2 wide receivers stacked, one on top of the other, pulls 2 defenders for Whitehouse out of the picture. And like we were talking about before on offense, they need to do something like that.
Oh, there's the slant. And they finally threw it to him.
They've been lining up like that and running the ball the whole game, lulled Whitehouse's defense to sleep.
Yep.
And that time, as soon as the ball was snapped, he took off on the slant.
Yes, he did.
Nobody even took a step to cover him.
Yeah, they had him playing heads up into the outside, so he went inside, and that was a lot of speed. That's that same young man, Ball, Tredarian Ball. Very talented, very good route, good pass. And it's time for the extra point.
Point after is up.
And it's good.
And it is
all right, we'll stick with us. A minute 23 left in the half. We'll be back shortly.
Whitehouse, nothing.
Today's real estate market is loud. Rates are up, homes sit longer, and your cousin's advice is straight from TikTok. You don't need someone to sell you something. You need someone to walk you through it.
I'm Jamie Whitley, your local expert in the calm in your real estate storm. If life's telling you it's time to make a move, I'll help you do it without making you lose your mind or your money. Let's find your next move together.
We are back. Chris, this is a tough game for the Wildcats. Now, we knew that we were going to come out here and face a really, really good team. And so there's no doubt that even amongst all the 5A teams, what did you say they were ranked this week? I didn't.
Well, Max Preps, I don't know like what all goes into their rankings, but on Max Preps, they're ranked in the top 10. I noticed they're ranked 1 spot ahead of the only team that's beaten them this year. So that, in my mind, that doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Sounds like SEC power indexing,
SEC.
where someone can beat you, but you're still ranked ahead of them. But
only if you're Alabama. Oh,
that's offsides.
That is offsides.
Multiple guys offsides. And then
so there's a flag down. I don't know what happened.
Not sure
he
what
just stopped.
All that was.
He's going to have to kick it again. I'm sure they're going to have him kick it again. Well, they might.
Offsides, kicking team, 5 yards added to the end of the kick. First down.
Oh, so they don't want them to re-kick it. They're going to take it down there at about the 30. Boy, that was a nasty kick, though. That ball was squibbling and squabbling all over the field, Chris. It looked like a rabbit.
Yeah, with the new changes at the NFL level about how they kick off and it has to land in a certain area, I think we're going to see more and more of this work its way up from the high school to the college, eventually to the pro level, where they do some just dynamic, weird things with the kickoff, try to mess with the return team.
Time. The give to Zamaje. The fake on the jet sweep to Zion. He's still up and running, but that's going to be a loss of 4. 1 minute and 10 seconds left. The clock is running. See if Texas High, I think they have 1 timeout left. Doesn't look like they're going to use it here.
Probably going to see if Whitehouse tries to throw the ball and ends up with an incomplete pass that stops the clock naturally, and then maybe try to stop it on 3rd down and at least force them to punt and go after the punt, see if you can block it. That's what I would do anyway. I doubt highly, though, that Whitehouse is going to throw the ball here. I think they'll be content to take a knee.
We're down to 39 seconds here.
Functionally, just take a knee with the run.
Clock's, well, time, whistle blown.
Prior to the snap, false start, number 51, offense, 5 yards, still first down.
Okay.
All right.
So 36 seconds left. We apologize that our clock is not working. Who can we blame for that, Chris? We can't blame Zach.
Well, here's the reality of it. We've got this specialty equipment.
Whitehouse has chosen not to take a timeout to avoid that. Please reset the game clock, 26 seconds.
So there's a 10-second runoff there. So it'll be at 26 seconds.
Everybody's happy to let this
everybody's
pass run
fine
out.
with that. And the clock should start running. Yes, 25, 24. So this might be the last play. Zion with the ball. Gets up to about the 21, back to the line of scrimmage. Clock is now running, and it looks like that will be it.
I feel like if you're going to do that, just line up under center and take a knee. No chance of anybody getting hurt.
3, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, you know what that means. It is time for the Jamie Whitley halftime show. We'll see you guys in a little while.
Hey, Whitehouse, it's halftime. In my family, that's always meant tradition, pride, doing your best, and then making it better. That's Whitehouse, and that's how I sell real estate.
All right, stick around. We have a message from Whitehouse ISD shortly after the band performs. We will see you guys after halftime.
Sponsors of the week are Pack Rat Storage, Holly Patterson Photography, Total Care Custom Mobility, Bandmen Incorporated, the Salon Professional Academy, and Jamie Whitley with Schilling Real Estate. First ladies of the week are Maddie O'Neill, Rihanna Whitaker. Tonight, the first ladies will be performing a precision kick routine to Butter. Introducing now the Whitehouse High School Majorettes. Tonight, the Majorettes will perform a dance twirl routine to Runaway Baby. And now, under the field direction of drum majors Taylor McGee and Addison Bernardino, ladies and gentlemen, the award-winning Whitehouse High School Wildcat Band and featured twirler Amy McGraw in a performance of Pride. Tonight's performance includes music from Incandescent Sky by Robert Sheldon, Robinson's Grand Entry by Carl King, and Midland Hills by James Howe.
All right, congratulations to the Wildcat Band and the Jamie Whitley halftime show. I thought they did fantastic. They put several of those parts in just this last Monday night. That thing just kept going on and on. I'm very impressed. That's their first time to run through the whole thing. So at this time, we're going to take you to a special message by Whitehouse ISD, and then we will bring you back for the conclusion of Texas High's halftime show.
Whitehouse ISD has been creating opportunities that empower students to achieve their fullest potential for almost 125 years. Our community is built on strong values, exceptional education, and endless possibilities for academic growth. We are more than a school district. We are a family. And together, we're building a future we can all be proud of. Our students and teachers are excelling in the classrooms, with high graduation rates and exceptional academic standards. We're preparing our kids for adulthood with real-world skills and career certifications that lead to high-paying jobs. Our fine arts programs are receiving standing ovations and winning awards for excellence. We cheer on our student athletes as they advance deep into the playoffs in multiple sports and continue the traditions set by incredible student athletes of the past. Our administrators are also doing their part, earning the highest state ranking possible for financial accountability while keeping our property tax rate one of the lowest in Smith County. Our commitment to the success of our Whitehouse community is why our Board of Trustees unanimously voted to place a voter approval tax rate election, also known as a school funding election, on the November ballot. Our trustees made this decision after conversations with dozens of stakeholders. They also factored in the rising costs of goods and inflation to ensure the tax dollars are used as effectively as possible, while maintaining our high-quality academic, fine arts, athletic, and career and technical education programs. Their goal was to find ways to better fund our classrooms without losing local tax dollars to the state, which too often happens in other districts due to Texas's complex and multi-layered school finance system, and to ensure we educate our 4,875 students according to the special values of our community. If voters approve the school funding election, it will provide us an estimated $2.5 million a year to maintain our schools. The additional funds would allow us to provide the salaries needed to keep and attract the most experienced staff, maintain small class sizes that allow for more personal one-on-one attention between students and teachers, expand in-demand academic, job training, career certifications, and fine arts offerings, maintain current safety programs, and provide for additional security measures, and grow college preparation programs, including our partnerships with Texas A&M Commerce, Tyler Junior College, and UT Tyler. If the school funding election were to pass, our tax rate will remain 45 cents lower than 8 years ago. This will keep our tax rate among the lowest in the region. In fact, the average homeowner in Whitehouse ISD would see a $246.81 decrease in their property tax bill when compared to last year. As always, senior residents who have filed their senior citizen homestead exemption will see no increase in their tax rates now or in the future. It's important to note that many school districts in Texas have already passed a school funding election. Early voting is Monday, October 20th through Friday, October 31st. Election Day is Tuesday, November 4th. Whitehouse ISD is committed to transparency. Please contact us at 903-839-5500 if you have questions. Visit WISDschoolfunding.com to learn the facts so you may make an informed decision at the polls. The Whitehouse ISD School Funding Election, a community-driven plan that will impact every student on every campus while keeping our property tax rate 45 cents lower than 8 years ago.
Marching Band. And now, ladies and gentlemen, on your feet as the Tiger Marching Band concludes their program. Ladies and gentlemen, waving the Texas flag at midfield tonight, our honorary flag waver this evening, one individual, Roger Waldrop, a cancer survivor, had the honor of waving the Texas flag tonight here at Tiger Stadium. Let's give him a big hand. One more round of applause for the Tiger Marching Band, color guard and high stepper, superintendent for Texas Independent School District is Dr. Doug Brubaker. The head principal for Texas High School is Ben Renner. Tiger Marching Band would like to thank all of our TISC administrators, band boosters, parents, and members of the
Texas, it's football season. The lights, the crowds, rivalries. Every Friday night is game day, but here at CDL Training Academy, when it comes to your future, every day is game day. Just like on the football field, success behind the wheel of a commercial motor vehicle takes discipline, that's right, focus, that's right, and safety, that's right. That's why we don't just train drivers, we train champions of the road, that's right. And here's the win and play. We're a TPST certified school. That means when you're ready, you don't have to wait for the state. You can test right here in-house. No delay of games, no flags on the field, just results. That's right. If you're ready to stop sitting on the sidelines and start moving your career forward, the season starts now. Get trained, come on. Get tested, come on. Get on the road with a career that pays like a championship win. That's right. Don't wait till next season. Come on. Call CDL Training Academy today and start your CDL journey, because in Texas, whether it's football or trucking, we play to win. Go find win.
Visit our Henderson, Texas office or online at cdllearn.com.
Struggling with mobility, chronic pain, work, or sports injury? At Azalea Orthopedics, our team of highly trained physicians specialize in complete orthopedic care, pain management, sports medicine, physical medicine, and rehabilitation. If you've sustained a bone or joint injury, have mobility or movement problems, struggle with pain, contact Azalea Orthopedics. We're conveniently located across East Texas, serving 18 counties. When visiting your doctor, urgent care, or hospital, you have a choice. Demand Azalea. At Azalea Orthopedics, your health is our priority.
Today's real estate market is loud. Rates are up, homes sit longer, and your cousin's advice is straight from TikTok. You don't need someone to sell you something. You need someone to walk you through it.
I'm Jamie Whitley, your local expert in the calm in your real estate storm. If life's telling you it's time to make a move, I'll help you do it without making you lose your mind or your money. Let's find your next move together.
Welcome back. Tiger Stadium, Texarkana, Texas. Texas High versus The Whitehouse Wildcats here has not gone the Wildcats' way. 37-0 currently the score. Chris Brody, what's it going to take for the Wildcats to get back in this game?
I don't know that they're getting back in this game, but here's the deal. I'd like to see them come out and string together positive plays, both on offense and defense. If they can string some things together, it'll probably give them some good encouragement going into some of these district games that are very winnable games for Whitehouse. Jacksonville, Hallsville, perhaps. Those are games I know that they're looking at thinking, okay, we need to put something together so that we have something we can hang our hat on. You know, offensively, we'd like to see some consistency, stringing plays together, positive yard after positive yard after positive yard. This is an opportunity to fight through the desire to probably just put your head down and say, let's just get this game over with as quickly as possible, and say, let's go out there and get better. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're not going to win this game. That's obvious. There's no moral victories. That's not a real thing.
I don't know this.
Let's go out there and let's get better this second half. Let's become consistent on offense. Let's challenge ourselves to do some things that we really weren't able to do so far tonight.
Okay, that's good, Chris. I'm pumped, man. I'm ready to run through a wall, and I'll tell you who ran through a wall. That was the First Ladies and the band tonight. And
you know, we've got this beautiful position that we're in on the patio overlooking everything. It was awesome to watch and listen to.
And wasn't it
that
cool?
was an enjoyable halftime show.
That was. And Texarkana, I know y'all were back in time. Ooh, ball bounces out there. That's the first kick return of the night. Uh-oh, he's got some room around the side. He's got one man to beat.
The kicker.
And he beat him. And he's going to take this all the way back. That's going to be a touchdown. Everyone's pretty excited. That ball bounced. He picked it up, ran it all the way around the left side. No flags. Touchdown, Tigers.
Now, in the discussion about let's get better and let's do some things well, the entire right side of the kick coverage team did not keep their lanes down the field, did not move to the ball carrier at the end of their lane. And when he cut it outside towards us, he had nothing in his way except the kicker. And unfortunately, our kicker's not a future D1 linebacker, so.
Yeah, and Justin LeMay on that return, number 80 for Texas High. The kick is up, and it is good. So that's going to be 44-0. We're going to stay right here because we just, we just got back, Chris. You know, I feel like we need more than one play before we jump away. Welcome back to all of you that are sticking with us tonight. You know, maybe tough game to watch, but at least we get to watch. At least we get to see the boys go out there and play. And Texas High, they've got a good football team. They've got a lot of talent across the board. And yeah, I hope, kind of like Chris said, we go out there and we take some opportunities to get better, because that's what it's all about each week, week in, week out, and in life, really. You know, I'm still trying to get better. I feel like I'm getting worse at some things, like seeing field goals go through the upright or not. But
I feel like there's a dynamic that comes into play when you play a difficult team game like football, where you learn valuable life lessons, like showing up when you don't feel like it. And you have to, deep down, you have to identify what your motivation is. Why am I doing this? You know, come August in East Texas, it's pretty unbearable outside. So the question is, why are you doing that? Why are you showing up every day? Why are you putting in the effort like that? Well, I'm doing it to honor my family. I'm doing it to honor myself. I'm doing it to honor my teammates. And you know what? This is an opportunity for them to put that on display.
Yes, sir.
And it's tough, but the attitude's got to be, I'm here for you guys, and let's get better.
Man, Chris, you're on fire right now. You know who else is on fire? Oh, it's a short kick. It's going to bounce the wrong way. Texas High recovers at the 42-yard line. Nobody went and got it. I'll tell you who else is on fire, Chris. That's going to be our producer, Zach. As our viewers at home are seeing, there's 11:45 left in the game. He got the scoreboard working. Hey, Zach, what did you do? What did you do to get that scoreboard working?
Relocated the router and the scoreboard system itself to be closer to communicate.
Relocated the router and the system itself to locate the scoreboard. Zach, good job, buddy. I appreciate you.
Zach, we could have used you helping the front line of the kick return team with the second line of the kick return team be closer together and communicate about somebody's got to get on that ball.
Yeah.
Can't let a ball bounce on the kickoff return.
No, we can't. So you heard it from Zach himself. I'm not sure exactly what he said, but he fixed the scoreboard, by gosh. And we have a victory, at least for right now. So here we go. Defense for the Wildcats back out there. Texas High comes out. The snap. They've got a new running back in. I didn't catch the number. He takes it out to the across the 40 to 39. That's 20. Is that 26? No, that's 56. 55. It's a lineman. And it looks like we are going to go to a timeout. So we will be back shortly.
Struggling with mobility, chronic pain, work, or sports injury? At Azalea Orthopedics, our team of highly trained physicians specialize in complete orthopedic care, pain management, sports medicine, physical medicine, and rehabilitation. If you've sustained a bone or joint injury, have mobility or movement problems, struggle with pain, contact Azalea Orthopedics. We're conveniently located across East Texas, serving 18 counties. When visiting your doctor, urgent care, or hospital, you have a choice. Demand Azalea. At Azalea Orthopedics, your health is our priority.
Today's real estate market is loud. Rates are up, homes sit longer, and your cousin's advice is straight from TikTok. You don't need someone to sell you something. You need someone to walk you through it.
I'm Jamie Whitley, your local expert in the calm in your real estate storm. If life's telling you it's time to make a move, I'll help you do it without making you lose your mind or your money. Let's find your next move together.
All right, we are back, and just check. I think that was Christopher Franklin in at running back now, number 26 for the Tigers. So we're actually seeing some second teamers in there.
Yeah, Whitehouse got Caleb Cook in the game, playing linebacker.
Caleb Cook. See if he gets to cooking. All right, a little handoff this time. Around the sides, he got a hole. He's just following his lineman through the hole. Cook that time with the tackle alongside Bryson Johnson. Boy, I think with that guard just pulling, he just followed him all the way through. That was.
Yeah, if you've got offensive linemen that are getting after it and finding work the way that these Texas offensive linemen are, and you're a running back privileged to play in this system, you just follow. You put a hand on his belt loop and go with him.
Yeah, and check that. That's Samuel Cross in the game. Once again, tackled by a whole host of Wildcats. Bodies flying.
And I imagine that Texas is going to be content here to literally just run straight forward, especially if they're going to pick up 6-7 yards like that one with that offensive line surge that moved the defense back a good 6-7 yards.
Did you see who got credit for that tackle? That was Ace Olivares.
In there at outside linebacker, number 11. Yep.
All right, so the handoff again around the left side this time. There's some room there. Ace gets out there, and then a big hit on the sideline this time. Oh, yeah. That was Malachi that time with a big hammer, and then he got a couple push-ups in, Chris, afterwards. Yeah.
You got to be careful. I've seen a guy get flagged for unsportsmanlike conduct for doing push-ups on the field.
I mean, he's just getting fit, Chris.
I mean,
he's just working out.
No other school's going to get hit with that. That's a Miami
okay.
penalty.
Back to our Hurricanes again, huh?
That's it.
Listen, they are being flagged for the sins of their fathers, okay?
It's
Miami
no
Hurricanes,
lie.
the 80s. That was
no
an
lies detected.
Ugly time period there. All right, so
sorry,
again.
not sorry to Texas fans for that 91 Cotton Bowl.
Oh, that was Russell Maryland. Fumble on the play. Big man picks it up. Rumbling, stumbling, gets tackled. Wow.
I'm just going to say that looked intentional. That looked like an old-school fumble-rooski play.
That was Braden Hunter Shivers, 6'2", 285.
Because that running back that didn't have the ball kept running hard through the line 3, 4, 5 yards downfield.
Yeah.
And the entire defense, minus like one guy, are converging on him. That makes me think that that looked planned almost. I know it probably wasn't. You don't want to get your big guy hurt.
Little fumble-rooski action there.
But my goodness, that was crazy.
That was big man's dream right there, dude. That was he you know he saw 6 points. He was looking straight at the end zone.
We got backup quarterback in the game.
Samuel Cross on the carry. No,
oh my
he doesn't.
Goodness.
Backup quarterback is Greg Thomas in there, junior.
The poise that he showed right there, just letting Pickens throw his running back to the ground right in front of him while he's got the ball in his hand.
Ball be placed at the 2-yard line. First down.
And then they get rewarded with a pass interference call in the end zone, of course.
Okay. Well, that's no bueno. Clock now to 8:36, but you can all see it now because Zach is the scoreboard slayer. You might get MVP for the night. All right, so that's right. So in at quarterback is 17 Greg Thomas. Running back is still Samuel Cross. I think Cross has run the ball 4 or 5 times this drive. Cross takes the ball hard downhill. Touchdown, Tigers. And he is very excited, as his teammates are too.
Yeah, and if you're a Whitehouse fan, this is not how you wanted to see the defense respond. That was too easy.
Well, they've got the. I didn't see those Texas flags over there, corner of the end zone. They run around with the Texas flags every time they score. All right, so the score now 50-0. Make that 51. It is good, and we will be back in just a moment after a word from our sponsor. All right, welcome back. Props again to Zach, the producer. Chris's thermos was causing some interference potentially. That at least is the theory. Oh, there's a football. Well, we had a football come all the way up here. Someone, one of the players down there threw the ball all the way up here. But, yeah, Chris's thermos. Chris, what do you have to say about your thermos causing interference with the technology equipment?
I will neither confirm nor deny that the CIA gave me that thermos.
Okay. Zach, good job sniffing it out. So I'm not sure what it was doing. My job is just to talk. And so.
Me too.
Yeah, there we go.
What thermos?
Thermos. All right, so beautiful night. The third quarter, 51-0, tough score here. But I'll tell you what, I'm looking over at the band right now, and they're all going to the concession stands. And I'm just giving you some highlights. We got some nachos going over there, some soda pop. They've got a long ride home tonight, so they're going to get filled up. There's the handoff to Robbins this time. Bust across the 40 to the 41-yard line. Gain of 7. Pretty good. One of the best first down runs of the night, to be honest.
And again, we're going to praise the kids who we have an opportunity to praise. And his downhill running style with the forward lean, picking up more than 5 yards for Whitehouse on first down. Thank you very much. We will take that every day.
All right, so 2nd down and 3. Listen, Chris, I'm feeling a Rockmore Hardware Wildcat touchdown coming up at some point here soon. Handoff, bust forward, again breaks a tackle. First down, Wildcats.
Yep.
Haven't said that many times tonight. Another good run. 4 yards on the gain. Robbins coming out. All right. Got a couple guys that look like they're breathing heavy.
Yeah, they fought hard to get that first down up front.
Yeah, that's the great thing about football, man. You fight your tail off, and then it's time for the next play. All right, so Zamaje Mosley in. Running back this time. There's the give. Nothing there. He kind of waits. Oh, goodness. Oh, he's cutting it back across. Austin gives a good block, enough for him to get around the corner.
That's a late hit out of bounds. Yes, you got to throw
There's
that.
the flag. Yep. Man. Okay. That was a gain of 7 on the play. They're going to tack 15 on from right there.
Unquestionable. Yep.
Kind of ironic that he had a play of his own almost around the.
15-yard penalty from the end of the run. First down.
Yeah, it was paid back to him. He
It
did
was
that
paid
earlier
back.
in the game, didn't he?
Someone had their eye on him and said, you know what? We could do that too. All right, so 15 yards brings the Wildcats for another first down all the way down to the 31-yard line.
And you'd like to see them make them pay here, right?
Yeah.
You know, a little cheap shot on the player there. We're not going to fight on the field, but what we're going to do is score a touchdown here and make you pay for that.
We don't know it's cheap. He might have not have seen the out of bounds, Chris. You never know. There's a pass this time to JoJo. JoJo back outside, spins, gets ahead for about 4 yards on the gain. JoJo's fun to watch when he catches the ball. You just never know what he's going to do.
So by the time JoJo went to the ground, there was eight Texas defenders within
Swarming.
probably like 3 yards of him. Yes, that. And this is their backups playing. So number one, you got hungry guys here playing behind those seniors and juniors that were leading the charge earlier in the game, and they're coming to play. And
yeah, they are well rested.
That's what you want to see here from Whitehouse as well. Like, I know the score is what it is, but you have an opportunity to be able to put something on display that is honors you, your teammates.
Samaje finds a gap. He's up. He's racing down to the 5-yard line. Almost makes it, and that's going to set up first down and goal right around the 5-yard line. Boy, he found a seam.
Offensive lineman for opening up that seam there, and he took full advantage of it.
He did. He put his shoulder down and busted right up in there. So that was good stuff. Clock now under 6 minutes. All right. We got Stephen Brody with the comment.
Oh, boy.
Stephen Brody, he's saying, let's go, baby. Let's score.
He gets pretty passionate about these games.
Stephen's like me. He doesn't think we're out of this yet, all right? We still have a shot. There's the handoff to Samaje. Mosley banging and stanging around, trying to push, the line pushing. It's a scrum. Touchdown.
There we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, there is your first Rockmore Hardware Wildcat touchdown of the week.
And I love those.
Oh.
I love those where the running back's fighting and his teammates gather up around him and they just keep everything moving all the way to the end zone.
Oh, it was beautiful.
That's beautiful picture, teamwork. Love your brother. Be there for him. Let's do this together. Let's go.
And the shutout is no more. So that's a good weight off your back right there. Kick is up, and it is good. And now let's go to a word from Rockmore Hardware. All right, welcome back. Thank you again to Rockmore Hardware for being a sponsor for us. And a quick shout-out, Stephen Brody. A little bit of negativity talking about the game's bad. They need to get points, and Wildcats respond. Stephen Brody, what do you think about that, buddy?
Maybe contractually obligated to weigh in every time they're on offense now.
Yeah.
Challenge them to a touchdown.
Man, he put bad in all caps, too.
Oh.
Someone's got to talk to him.
He gets a little fired up. So
yeah,
I know from experience.
All right. Well, here's the kickoff. A high kick, good backspin on it this time. Doesn't matter. Brady takes it. He's trying to go the same route. Better. Oh, this time he breaks it up in the middle. Oh, misses. Oh, you're not. This is not going to happen again. Oh, he hits the tackle. Wow. What a play, what a run. Ashton Park with the touchdown-saving tackle. Second kicker tonight to make a touchdown-saving tackle.
I'm just going to pause right here and remind everybody that if you kick the ball out of bounds, the other team starts at the 30-yard line.
That's true.
There
if it's behind the 30-yard line or wherever you kick it out of bounds.
Yep.
But yes.
Yep.
Yeah, I would. I'm assuming they've seen film on 80. That kid can return a football. They contained this time, and he cut it right back up and broke 2 tackles.
Yep.
Including a spin play. So he's.
And if you kick the ball out of bounds, the other team starts at the 30. So let's go.
And if you do that.
Let's go.
5'11", 150-pound junior. And he's in at receiver now, too. So, all right, got backup quarterback in. Greg Thomas is in, along with Samuel Cross at running back. I can only assume they're going to try to run it here. They give us to Cross. He bangs it up in the middle, keeps his legs pumping. Down to the 1. He's in, I believe. Yes. Touchdown Tigers. 1 play, touchdown.
This game is going to go on forever. If you have friends and loved ones at this game, do not expect to see them before about 2 or 3 in the morning.
Wow. Now that you mention that, Chris, is there a Buc-ee's between us and home, you think?
No. I mean, well, the way we go home, sometimes perhaps. But no.
We might end up going through, coming home from Paris last week was
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago, coming home from Paris. Chris Brody, kick is up and good. Chris is our navigator, and he's navigating us. And we get to having a conversation, and all of a sudden we come into a city, and we're like, where are we? We're like, we're in Commerce. Why are we in Commerce? Chris said, my bad. But that was okay. He got fired, and we gave the job to Zach. And Zach, being the great producer that he is, Zach came through. Actually, it was Rob, but I'm going to give Zach the credit because Zach's a great producer. So, but Chris,
Zach of all trades.
He's a Zach of all trades. Chris, I'm gonna hand the navigation back over to you tonight on the way home from here because I believe in you.
An opportunity for redemption awaits us.
And if we end up in Abilene, Texas, we end up in Abilene. What are you gonna do?
That wouldn't be a terrible thing.
That's true. Your daughter's there.
I would not mind. Get to see my daughter. Yep, that'd be great.
There might be some oversight over your navigating on the way home tonight. So. All right, well, here comes another kick. Same kick up in the air. We got a fair catch called. It's caught at the 31-yard line. So Whitehouse back on offense.
You cannot say, if you've been watching this game, that it's not entertaining. We have been greatly entertained this evening with some of the craziest stuff I've ever seen on kickoffs. And as a former special teams coach, that's a lot. I've seen a lot.
Well, and for those of y'all that weren't here earlier, Texas High has a kicker that runs a 3.2 40.
Josh's new favorite player.
He was so fast. I mean, why is he not out there on defense or playing safety or something? All right, the give to Jamaje, dances outside, breaks a tackle.
Oh.
Goodness. Big hit coming in from the safety. Mosley gets 8 on the play, brings up 2nd down and 2. Boy, that safety just flew in there.
Kind of came in like a missile head first. And
it was Darian Martin. Goodness. Yeah, he didn't care, man. I don't think Mosley appreciated that either. So all right, so here we go. Trips left. Snap. The throw to JoJo. He's got 1 block. He's got 1 man to beat. He gets outside. There goes JoJo across the 50 to the 40, the 35, 30. Out of bounds. Let's see where they're marking him maybe back at the 34-yard line. Apparently he stepped out at the 34-yard line. Boy, that was exciting.
That was.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can tell from body language, like that's a guy that really, really wants to break this.
Yep.
And unfortunately, there's just a lot of defenders still on that side of the field for him to have to deal with. But great individual effort. Great job blocking by his teammates. Again, this is what we want to see. Just give us more of this. 3, 4, 5 plays in a row. Let's string it together and get a touchdown drive.
Zion motions across the hand to Mosley. Mosley gets outside, cuts back in, gets hit by a host of Tigers, about 8 yards, probably gained on the play. Clock is running down to 3:40 now.
Bryce Bryant out there limping, but working his butt off to get those blocks so that his running back can get up the field,
come on, Price,
gain yards, and score a touchdown here. Again, adversity proves your character. And Whitehouse has had a ton of it this year. And these guys that have worked their way through it are building their character, and they're becoming brothers. And
it's beautiful.
It is a good thing.
All right, Robbins in now. Robin gets the ball, goes up the middle. Looks like he got hit by the face mask. They swung him around. A couple flags on the field. I think what it looked like is what it was. I wasn't the only person that saw that.
Yeah, we all saw that pretty cleanly.
Personal foul, face mask, 27, defense, half the distance to the goal, automatic, first down.
All right, first down, Wildcats. We're rolling.
That was kind of like the teacups ride at Disney World there, the way he turned and spun.
Oh, those things made me so sick when I was little. That's when I realized I couldn't go on rides that spin around. Except for the Ferris wheel when my kids were young. I was able to muster that. All right.
Dad strength.
Dad strength. But I never did teacups with the kids. I couldn't. I went on the mini mine train. All right, here we go. Texas High trying to get lined up. The give to Robbins, pounding it down.
There we go.
Here it comes again. All of them pushing. No whistle.
Oh.
All right, down to about the 3.
And I don't know if they did that on purpose, but that's actually really smart. If you find yourself in that position and you're on the front line of the defense, just start cutting people down so the pile can't keep moving.
Just mowing them down by their knees.
Yeah,
huh?
just get down on the ground and take them down, pull them down with you.
Second and goal at the 3-yard line.
Or you just get down and ball up so that they trip over you.
Jacaden Robbins in. Let's see what happens here.
See some more of that offensive line.
Ball snapped. Robbins has it. Finds a hole. Touchdown, Jacaden Robbins. And that is your second Rockmore Hardware Wildcat touchdown of the evening.
Left side of the offensive line there. Debo Marshall at guard. And can't tell who was Ndaye at left tackle. Heck of a job blocking there. They just bent that end.
Moved everybody back. And you know what that means? It's time to hear from our sponsor, our gold sponsor, the one's the only Rockmore Hardware. We'll be right back.
Kick was up and good.
All right, so listen, Zach, the producer, he's all over us right now. He is finding that our...
I just want to say that someone's Blistex was in between.
Mike, that's
the
Carmex.
Wi-Fi.
It's Carmex.
Okay.
It's chapstick. How is chapstick going to mess up the signal?
I don't know. How's a water bottle going to mess up the signal?
I don't want
Where'd you get that chapstick from? The FBI?
Yeah. No, your water bottle was hey, kicked out of bounds up in the stands. All right, so I guess.
I've never. Okay.
Are you happy, Chris? Chris is overjoyed right now.
They're still placing it at the 30. That is incredible. That ball was kicked like 6 rows into the stands. That is incredible. I love it.
It hit some of the band sitting there.
This is literally the most entertaining football game ever. Special teams, kickoff, it has been Incredible. I hope you're still watching. Those of you that have left, shame on you, because
we're having fun.
The most incredible special teams kickoff game I've ever seen in my life.
And Zach is, I don't know, Zach's trying to figure out why why it's kind of jumping around. He's going to try to figure it out. I mean, it's Chris blaming me for the Blistex, but
what's up?
All right, so let's see. Oh, Zach's wanting some of Chris's Chick-fil-A. How about that?
Chick-fil-A.
Handoff. He's not wanting to eat the Chick-fil-A. He's wanting to move the Wi-Fi around. There we go. All right, so run out of bounds to the right side. Still the third quarter, Chris.
So
coming upon 9:52.
The Wi-Fi box is now important than the rest of us. Zach is now removing us to give strategic positioning to the Wi-Fi box.
Okay, he is.
This is fun.
He says move your chapstick, move your water, and
I'm gonna move my barbecue sauce out of the way here.
That's right. What are we waiting on here? Oh, the clock just started running.
Looks like Texas has decided that they're going to let maximum time run off the clock now before they snap the ball each time.
Every play.
Nobody is angry about that.
In the game now is Christopher Franklin at running back. Franklin gets the handoff, goes to the left outside. Malachi trying to cut him off, and he does.
Go. That was good teamwork there by the defensive end, by the safety in the corner, to make sure that that ball carrier did not get around the edge.
That's right. About 35 seconds left on the clock. They haven't started the 40-second clock. I thought that was second down. Okay, so it's third down now. They haven't started the 40-second clock, but they're running the game clock. So
wow,
that was strange, but it looks like that's going to take us to the quarter. So
you got any conspiracy theory ideas on that one?
I think there's some people saying let's run the clock. I don't know if they're going to run the play. No, they told them to wait. All right, so that's going to be the end of the third quarter. We will be back and finishing out the game.
This is where legends rise and moments are made.
They're still on his feet. Come on, still on his feet.
From the buzzer beaters to the game winners, we bring you the action. Raw, real, relentless. We cover every angle, every story. From the streets to the stadiums.
It's going all the way.
Your favorite athletes. Your teams.
Ford breaks a tackle. Oh my gosh.
Your passion. All in one place. New games, live shows.
Here he goes. He's got some blockers.
This is the future of sports media.
There he goes. Quick up into the secondary.
This isn't just a network. This is a movement.
Ooh, oh, he ran over the defender.
Welcome to NETSN. Game on.
We are here at a rockin' Tiger Stadium, 58-14. The bands are playing loudly. Zach thinks that we found a solution to the streaming, to the delay.
We're going to need to tell Brett that multiple Chick-fil-A. Man, I'm losing the word.
Chick-fil-A boxes?
Yeah, what is it when they bring you the food and that's how everybody eats? Goodness gracious.
What is it? They bring you
catering.
Chick-fil-A catering.
We're going to need our broadcast team is going to need Chick-fil-A catering each week to be able to have these special boxes.
We've got a router sitting on top of a Chick-fil-A box, so we're hoping that'll happen.
High
That's
tech.
right. We're blessed. All right, a little rollout this time. A new quarterback in number 10. Pass is complete to 24. I didn't notice the new personnel in there, so that was number 10, Eli Shelley. Passing out to Chase Dixon, sophomore. He's listed as defensive back, but apparently he's also a receiver. That is enough for a first down, and the clock is running. So Shelley in now at quarterback.
Sorry, I had to disappear there to cough.
That's okay.
Nobody wanted to listen to it. That was a good job of bringing a guy across, and the defenders collapsed on him. while the outside guy had space to be able to push his defender down the field and then come back to the ball, giving his quarterback a big target.
And I do kind of see what's happening here. The 40-second clocks are being heavily delayed before they're started. So they're going to be running about a minute off each. Oh, there's a break by Franklin, I believe. Comes up and across the 45, about a 5-yard gain on the play.
Now at quarterback.
That was Christopher Franklin. So not enough for a first down. Be 2nd and 5 coming up. And I don't know. I'm looking at the student section over there, Chris. They're holding up some signs.
No, we're both too old to read those.
I can't read them. They're written in pink. Oh, but they're pretty pumped over there. Clock is running down to 10.5. Like I said, the 40-second clock is being heavily delayed, and they're going to try to run all the time off the clock they can. Here we go, 2nd down 5. The give is to Franklin. Franklin takes it to the right side, looking for some room. Oh, makes some room. Powerful run that time, straight ahead, enough for a first down.
On the play, Franklin on the carry.
Texas High here just content to run the ball straight forward. Let it be a big man versus big man game to close out. Which linemen can impose their will on the other team's linemen?
Oh.
It's a late substitution on the line there.
It was. They brought in right guard. That's Cameron Franklin, I believe, number 50.
And he may weigh 150 pounds less than the guy he just subbed out in for.
I think you're right. He's just a little guy. I'm going to keep an eye on him. There's the handoff. Franklin getting around the left side. Pitts chunks him. It says no. So it's going to be about a loss of a yard on the play. Clock continues to run.
40 seconds.
40 seconds just started.
There we go.
So, yeah, so I think everyone's probably agreeable and content with
Whitehouse coaches are not
they're not complaining.
Not upset about this.
Yeah, I mean, they've got a game. That's the crazy thing about, high school football, really any football. Once the game is over, your post-game speech is, let's get ready for next Friday. There's not.
Take a shower, wash it down the drain, and let's go.
That's right. Wash it down the drain.
That's what I used to tell my son when we'd come home after a game. We'll talk about it now on the ride home, but once we're home and you take that shower, you wash that down the drain and it's over.
Wash it down the drain and it's over. Hey, I'm impressed with this Franklin kid running the ball. He's running really hard. He's got Xavier Pitts in there all over him and a host of other Wildcats.
You making them names for Whitehouse players again?
No, I think I said them right. Caleb Toombs is in there. What'd I say?
Xavier Pitts.
Cadavian.
Josh.
I don't know, man. It's been a rough night.
Josh, after a while, if you listen, hey, a fun game for those of you that are part of the broadcast and listening is to start typing in the chat the creative names that you hear Josh invent over the course of the night. That's one of my favorites. It's a fun game.
Oh, ball's batted up, intercepted. He could go all the way.
He will, because the kicker is not on the field. Touchdown, Zamaje. Awesome.
There is another Rockmore Hardware Wildcat touchdown. Zamaje Mosley with the interception return.
That was awesome. Pressure on the quarterback. Tip the ball. Perfect tip drill. Now, when you intercept a ball like that in the middle of the field, you know how difficult it is to filter through all the players to make it out to score a touchdown? That's incredibly impressive.
Yeah.
Samaje, fantastic job there.
He just went straight ahead, so.
And I'm super excited because this means we get another kickoff.
Yep. We do get another. That's going to be offsides that time. That's going to be declined and probably taken on the kickoff, so we can kick off from the 45 until we can get even deeper into the bend.
I hope so. That is my.
All right, so your score now 58-21. Probably definitely too little too late, but we'll see. All right, let's go hear from Rockmore Hardware. All right, thank you again to Rockmore Hardware, getting a lot of airtime in the fourth quarter.
Hey.
That's what happens when you are the touchdown sponsor.
You stick with it, and you get rewarded.
That's right.
Stick with it, get rewarded.
That's right, absolutely.
Like Samaje on that interception return.
Man, and you're right, man. If that kicker's out there,
it's a different ball game.
He runs a 2.840. You don't know.
Yeah.
It doesn't take him long to cover ground, so kickoff, deep, back, out of bounds.
That is disappointing.
No, what's it disappointing?
It didn't go into the stands.
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah.
Ball's placed at the 30-yard, Chris. You know what that's not?
Not a touchdown.
It's not a touchdown. So
not a touchdown.
That's right. All right.
I imagine. Well, first of all, I was shocked the first time I saw that this season, and I'm sure I've seen it before and just didn't remember because I'm old, but it was kind of shocking in that first or second game when we saw the kickoff go out of bounds and they placed the ball at the 30.
Yeah.
And my initial thought was, that's almost an incentive to kick the ball out of bounds every single time, especially if you're kicking to a dangerous team. And Texas tonight showed that they're a dangerous team on the kickoff return. So Whitehouse said, okay, we're going to do this. Wisely, I think.
Wisely. All right, so here we go. Let's see. Trying to see who's in. Oh, goodness.
There we go.
A big hit that time. Number 10, Timothy Ivers.
So
pounding through the middle.
Previously, we talked about when the starting offensive line was in there for Texas. They were able to get such push up the field that the linebackers were stuck trying to deal with a dancing running back in the hole. This time, Whitehouse is now imposing itself on the offensive line, giving linebackers a chance to downhill quickly through the line and make tackles in the backfield.
Yep.
Before in the first half, we were doing the quick offense. This is the other end of the spectrum.
Yeah, this is the slow offense.
Slow burn.
I mean, we got JoJo's in there at safety right now. Malachi rolled up at corner. Franklin running backwards, nowhere to go. Wildcats just swarming.
Yeah, Whitehouse is not. This is good. I like this. I like the fact that they're not hanging their heads, giving up yards, running the ball. They're understanding what Texas is doing here. They're just going to try to run the ball up the middle, so we're going to come after them and not let that happen.
But we've got 3rd down and 19 here, so the question is, what are they going to try to throw the ball again here, Chris?
I don't know. I don't think we saw 17 throw the ball when he was in there previously. I know when they brought 10 in to play quarterback, and I apologize with the names. When they brought Shelley in, number 10, he threw the ball a little bit. I don't know that we saw 17 here throw the ball. Greg Thomas.
Yeah, he had that throw into the end zone that was a pass interference.
Oh, okay.
Let's see what happens here. Okay, play action, thrown down the seam. Caught by number 80. That's going to be trouble. He's not going to be caught. We already know that. Wow. And that is the dangerous receiver, Justin LeMay.
Yeah, he had 2 steps on Devin Williams, the corner, and once he caught the ball, the only thing between him and the end zone was JoJo. And I don't imagine JoJo's gotten a whole lot of defensive reps this year. And I wouldn't want to be out there trying to cover that guy.
Wow. Justin LeMay.
You saw he had going away speed.
Yeah.
Every step he was putting distance between him and JoJo.
He might be almost as fast as their kicker.
That's true.
Not quite. Ooh, that's no good. Kick is up and is no good.
Well, it was no good because he was discouraged by the fact that he just saw someone break his foot speed record on the field.
I don't know that wasn't faster.
No.
I'm telling you. He ran like a 1.640, Chris. I mean, it was amazing. For those of y'all that weren't here for that, he ran down. I don't want to make up a name.
It was
Zamaje Mosley. Thank
on the
you.
kickoff return.
Yeah, it was a kick. It was a blocked kick. We were lined up a yard back. Didn't really matter.
The blocked extra point.
Zamaje had 3 blockers, and the kicker, number 32, Rylan McCarley, ran him down, which was amazing.
From behind.
From behind,
yep.
The kicker. He's fast. All right. Well, here we are.
We've got a new kicker out here. This is not McCarley kicking off.
Has he been? I don't think he's been kicking off. I think this number 46, Ian Delk, has been kicking off.
Well, he did tackle someone on a kickoff.
Oh, there's a fair catch.
We just called fair catch on the 18.
Well, we're just trying to.
All right.
Keep everyone healthy, you know.
All right.
All right, so the Wildcat
That's
offense, let's
probably
see.
The last person I would have anticipated calling a fair catch with nobody around him would be JoJo out there.
Yeah. JoJo surprises us sometimes. He's versatile. That's was a quote from Groundhog Day. You probably haven't seen it. It says, "Sometimes I surprise myself. I'm versatile."
Speaking of versatile, we have our Zach of all trades here.
Zach of all trades.
Who we're going to try to get him a sponsorship with Chick-fil-A so that we can get these catering boxes each week and improve the quality of broadcast that we bring to you.
The handoff this time, getting around the outside, wrapped up, knocked down Austin Holmes at quarterback. I didn't see who was at running back.
I do see
number 45, Jalen Adams.
I do see offensive linemen out there working hard, reaching the second level, getting blocks on anyone they can get their hands on. This is good.
Let's keep doing it.
Yep.
Clock is now under 5. Probably going to be a lot of runs here. So the score is 64-21. I just looked over and saw that.
It's a lot of points.
And off again, Adams gets around the right side. Oh, he fumbles the ball. This is trouble. The scoop, and he falls down.
The scoop and trip.
Scoop and trip. All I kept thinking was that's about to be 70. And that's not good.
And it would have been had the turf monster not got him.
Turf monster got him.
That was a nice clean punch out to knock that ball out.
Wow, he was. Yeah, it was.
Actually, I don't know that he would have gotten the end zone after watching the replay because we had our punter out there. Also happens to be our quarterback.
Austin Holmes.
But Austin Holmes would have tracked him down and prevented that touchdown.
Okay.
I can say that with certainty.
All right, we're waiting for Texas High to come out on the field right now. I'm not sure what the delay is. I think they're trying to make sure they've got 11 guys to go out there. They've got all kinds of subs in.
It was nice of the white hat to wait until they all got on the field before he started the play clock.
That was.
Very nice.
Yeah, he'll probably whatever they need. So I think that's number 10 in Eli Shelley at quarterback. Yeah. Ball given to Franklin. Finds a little room up the middle. Tackled for about a gain of 1. The clock is running. The old 40-second clock is still running down to 1-0. And they haven't reset the 40-second clock yet. They might not.
I think that the 40-second clock.
We're going to go real quick to a commercial. Let's hear from our sponsor, Jamie Whitley.
Today's real estate market is loud. Rates are up, homes sit longer, and your cousin's advice is straight from TikTok. You don't need someone to sell you something. You need someone to walk you through it.
I'm Jamie Whitley, your local expert and the calm in your real estate storm. If life's telling you it's time to make a move, I'll help you do it without making you lose your mind or your money. Let's find your next move together.
Texas, it's football season. The lights, the crowds, rivalries. Every Friday night is game day, but here at CDL Training Academy, when it comes to your future, every day is game day. Just like on the football field, success behind the wheel of a commercial motor vehicle takes discipline, that's right, focus, that's right, and safety, that's right. That's why we don't just train drivers, we train champions of the road. That's right. And here's the win and play. We're a TPST certified school. That means when you're ready, you don't have to wait for the state. You can test right here in-house. No delay of games, no flags on the field, just results. That's right. If you're ready to stop sitting on the sidelines and start moving your career forward, the season starts now. Get trained, come on. Get tested, come on. Get on the road with a career that pays like a championship win. That's right. Don't wait till next season. Come on. Call CDL Training Academy today and start your CDL journey, because in Texas, whether it's football or trucking, we play to win. Go Five win.
Visit our Henderson, Texas office or online at cdllearn.com.
Struggling with mobility, chronic pain, work, or sports injury? At Azalea Orthopedics, our team of highly trained physicians specialize in complete orthopedic care, pain management, sports medicine, physical medicine, and rehabilitation. If you've sustained a bone or joint injury, have mobility or movement problems, struggle with pain, contact Azalea Orthopedics. We're conveniently located across East Texas, serving 18 counties. When visiting your doctor, urgent care, or hospital, you have a choice. Demand Azalea. At Azalea Orthopedics, your health is our priority.
All right, welcome back to Tiger Stadium. We
a little bit of an extended
officials timeout. Officials timeout.
Yeah.
There we go. And tell you what, Chris, it's been a really high-scoring game. We're not quite up to 100 points yet.
I imagine that if there was a betting line, the over hit for tonight.
The over hit?
Yeah.
Well, of course there wouldn't be a betting line, Chris.
You know, I don't know what's happened. I feel like I took a nap and I woke up, and now everything about college football, all the coverage for college football is about betting lines.
40 seconds.
Oh, yeah.
And everything is sponsored by all the online betting shops. And
it's worse than the NFL. Yeah, it's
too
crazy,
much.
huh?
And then college game day, those guys know nothing about betting. And they're up there having to make picks against the spread now instead of just who's going to win the game. It's ridiculous. So soapbox done. And,
and remember, it used to be completely taboo for anyone to talk about that. And they used to have to be like, oh, there's a touchdown there. You know what that means.
The Overton window.
Yeah.
We are all conditioned. Speaking of which, let's get another pick six here.
Well, it's 2nd and 9. I'm up for a pick six or a scoop and score or something exciting, and fun. Franklin gets the ball. Oh. Middle is not. Oh, goodness. The middle was closed, and he landed on top of Franklin and pulled Franklin down. Awkward.
And we'll have another officials timeout.
Another officials timeout. We'll be right back after this.
The Friday night lights are shining, and we are teaching driving. CDL Training Academy is your resource to a better career. Come and get trained and get tested right here in Henderson, Texas. CDL Training Academy. Visit our Henderson, Texas office or online at cdllearn.com.
All right, we're having a bit of run of bad luck here at the end of the game, trying to get this thing closed out. The clock is actually running right now, and I think they're going to try to get this game over with without getting anyone hurt. So clock is down to 3. I don't know. They might not run another play. Let's see what happens here.
I don't think either of the coaches would be upset if these officials just let the clock keep running to 0.
Yeah, this is not. There's no point. Clock is running, so. All right. Well, Chris, it's been a fun night. A little bit of a poopy stain there on the backside of this evening. Obviously, it was a rough game. We got to see the Wildcats hang in there and stick it out and keep fighting. And
it's good for them. It's good for them to be able to something in the second half, build some momentum, because you have a winnable game next week, an opportunity to play like you did in the second half against players that you match up with well and can put yourself in a position to win a game next week.
Yeah. All right, so under 2 minutes, they're going to run another play here. 3rd down, snap is back, give, tackled up the middle. Everybody jumps back up, runs back to the huddle. Love to see that. Band's getting hype over there. I love hearing that Wildcat band play that song right there, man, and just try to cheer on the defense. So 4th down coming up.
And it's working. That defensive line, man, they're fired up. They are. This is their chance. Well, most of those guys play offensive line, so this is their chance to hit somebody legally.
There we go.
And they're taking every opportunity for it.
We got, I was going to make up a name. Jack Molina's in there, defensive tackle. All right, here we go. 4th down and goal. Snap is back. Run right up the middle. Kind of breaks outside. A good tackle. And that's going to be turnover on downs. Let's see if they stop the clock. They are going to stop the clock at 57 seconds. My guess is that the Wildcats will come out and maybe run a play, and then the clock will run out. Oh, yeah, they're running the clock now. They might not get a play in. They might just line them up. So the next thing that we look forward to is a safe ride home for everyone, for all the fans, and especially for the kids on the buses, the players, the cheerleaders, drill team,
and pay attention to your map, too. There's no reason for you to go visit Commerce this time of night.
I told you, man, we believe in you, Chris. We believe you can make a difference. So
we're going to get home safely and efficiently tonight.
That's right. So it looks like we're going to try to run one more play. I'm guessing it's going to be a run. The snap, the run, hit in the backfield, taken down. Goodness. We had a block all the way out of bounds there. That's going to be the last play of the game, and that is going to bring us to the end of the game. So now the best part, where the players get to go and shake hands and man, they've got one of those train horns out there, Chris. It's pretty loud. Well, next week, who do we have next week, Chris? Oh,
I believe that I peeked at the calendar and
get this Chick-fil-A box right down here. This is the Chick-fil-A box that proved
arrangement
to be magical, that kept this little thing up right here. So, and then here's Zach over here, the Zach Attack, who what do you call the Zach of all trades?
That's
there he
him.
is,
the one and only.
I mean, you look at him and you think, he looks like a normal guy, but he's not. You know, he's half man, half amazing. So, anyways. Well, let's get back and say goodbye to all these kids. Chris, who do we have next week? I
believe
know
the
this.
schedule says Jacksonville.
I think it's the Jacksonville Indians. Are they still the Indians?
I believe that's still culturally acceptable in East Texas.
Well, I don't know if it's culturally acceptable. I was just wondering if that's still what they were. So,
as far as I know.
Okay, so next week, 7:30, got a home game. Everyone come on out and see them play. We have Jacksonville. We're not making any predictions right now at all. we're just excited about getting to go back home.
But we'd love to see a lot more of what we saw here later in the second half from Whitehouse, including kicking the ball into the stands.
Yeah,
which is
that's
my
good.
personal favorite from tonight.
Yep. Yeah, you loved that, and my favorite was the rundown by Ryland for Texas High. He ran
Josh's new favorite player.
It's
now.
the first sub 1 second 40 in the history of football, Chris.
Absolutely.
No one's ever seen anything like. We'll have to go back and watch the video again later, but there it is right there. It's time for school song. And
if you have stuck with us this long, God bless you in a good way, not to bless your heart.
There's 127 of you left. So
we, it's been a very entertaining evening. Hopefully you've been entertained. Be ready next time for those of you who watch the broadcast regularly to pay attention for Josh's invented names of Whitehouse players and make sure to get those in the chat so we can all enjoy them together. And
Stephen Brody, if you're still awake, you need to go to bed, buddy. It's bedtime.
Amen.
Yeah.
All you children, go to bed.
Go to bed. All right. Well, that's going to be all for us tonight. For Josh Jared, Chris Brody, Rob on the camera. He did a better job tonight. We're glad. And for the Zach of all trades, we will see you next week.
Williams fights through the yards, breaks some tackles. Williams still on his feet. Williams breaks another tackle. Here he goes. He's got some blockers. Sam Williams, he ain't going to catch him. Touchdown, God. 59-yard touchdown run on 3rd and 2 for Sam Williams.
Yeah, whoa. They get set early, very quickly here. Play clock down to 3. Dixon gets it off, low snap. Pickram up the middle, and there he goes. Pickram into the secondary. Pickram is going to go. He is gone. Touchdown. Macho steps up in the pocket, and he gets away from one tackler, avoids another tackler, tries to run. He's still on his feet. Camacho's still on his feet. He's still running. Camacho, goodness gracious, he's still going. Camacho, is he going to score? Wow. Touchdown. Quick pass. Bork adjusts and intercepted, and he caught it.
He's coming back. He's coming back.
He's going all the way.
Oh, my God. No,
It's Taylor.
Just let him go. Just let him go.
And a pick six.
Kind of stalled him out here. Brisbane got Stewart with a little.
Oh, he ran over the defender. A helmet coming off. Holy man.
Quarterback Smith. And Smith's in the gun. He's going to go back to pass. Goes out to his left. He's got a man open. It's Bork again. Caught. Bork breaks some tackle. Oh my gosh. He's still on his feet. He's inside the 10. Touchdown, Arp. What? Here we go. 1st and 10. They're going to throw it outside. They're going to double pass here. Going deep. That's Man Scott. What a catch by Man Scott. It's a one-handed grab. He's going to go almost all the way. Just tackled at the 1. Highlight reel right there for Man Scott. Oh, my goodness, Jason.
I don't think you'll see anything like that.
Woo.
That's not an East Texas highlight reel. That's Sports Center right there.
Man, oh, man. What a catch.